It's West Central Trojan Fall Time on SiouxEmpireSports.com. We'll get started with the Sunshine Foods pregame show in just a minute. But first, I want to say thank you to the sponsors of this broadcast. Thank you to Travis Electric, Sunshine Foods in Hartford, Relia Bank in Hartford, A1 Electric Plumbing, Heat and Air, and Hartford Veterinary Clinic. Tune in each week for the games, home and away, right here on SiouxEmpireSports.com. Now, let's catch up the West Central Trojans on the Sunshine Foods pregame show.
Welcome to the Dakota Dome in Vermillion, South Dakota. 11A state title time. I'm Travis Kriens alongside Nathan Stacken. For the second time in 3 years, the West Central Trojans find themselves here in Vermillion for their final game of the season. They come in to tonight's game at 9-2, winners of 5 in a row. They'll face the Madison Bulldogs, the only undefeated team left in 11A at 11-1. These two teams met in late September at Madison. West Central lost that game 24-21. A battle between the top two teams in 11A at that time. Fast forward 2 months later, it's another battle of top two teams in 11A. What do you remember about that 3-point victory for the Bulldogs?
Well, it was a tough loss for West Central. Madison played really well through 3 quarters. West Central struggled a bit. They lost Noah Madsen with the collarbone injury. Madison also lost their star running back, Rush Millen, in the 4th quarter. Allowed West Central to get back in the game. West Central never gave up. Unfortunately, though, they couldn't come up with a stop at the end. Both teams were a little sloppy throughout the game, and it's really going to take a star effort. Everybody's good. No mistakes. That's basically the bottom line here. You're going to have to play a mistake-free game if they want to win the state 11A championship tonight.
This is the 14th appearance for West Central in the last 21 years. This is the first time that Madison has ever reached the Dome for the 11A state title game. We'll take a look back at that first Madison-West Central game in late September with some highlights coming up next, followed by the pregame talk with head coach Kent Mueller right here on SiouxEmpireSports.com.
It was a battle between the top two teams in 11A back on September 27th at Madison, the Bulldogs and the Trojans. West Central came into the game with a 3-0 record, ranked number 1 in 11A. Madison, meanwhile, came into the game 4-0, ranked number 2 in 11A. It was one of the best football games in 11A all year long, and Madison started things off with a long touchdown pass on their first possession of the game.
Giles, he is a lefty. This is a 3rd down and 9. He'll go long, wide open. There's Hemmer. He'll go to the 30, to the 20. Nobody's going to catch him. A long touchdown for the Bulldogs. And for the first time this season, West Central, they are behind on the scoreboard 6-0, 11:04 left here in the first quarter. Nobody was on Mason Hemmer down the left sideline.
I don't know how that happens. That's a blown coverage. I believe it was Matt Siebert who had the coverage there, and maybe he thought he had safety help over the top, but he throws there. I don't know what he's looking at in the backfield for, maybe thinking that there's going to be a run. And as a result, that's a big first touchdown for the Bulldogs.
While Madison went to the air to score their first touchdown of the ball game, the Trojans would look to their leading rusher on the year, Cole Terrell, for their first score late in the first quarter.
3 minutes, 10 seconds here left in the first quarter. West Central down to Madison 7-0. 2 in the backfield, bustle out left. They give it up the middle to Madsen. Madsen, he pitches it to Terrell. He's got room to run up the left sideline to the 20, cuts it back to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Trojans. A 44-yard touchdown for Cole Terrell. They're an extra point away from tying this thing up at 7.
That faked a lot of people. I thought he had given it to Miller right up the middle. All of a sudden, Madsen pulls it back. Runs outside, a fantastic pitch to Terrell, and he scampers to the end zone after.
The Trojans would not score again until the 4th quarter, as Madison would score 17 unanswered points in a row. It all started with a Giles to Nordling connection for a touchdown.
2 on each side. They're going deep to the end zone. Left side, got a man. Touchdown, Madison again. That's Preston Nordling, their number 1 receiver on the year. A 32-yard touchdown pass left side. 13-7, Madison.
That was a beautifully thrown ball there by Giles. That was just right on the money. And Preston Nordland, we mentioned, he is their number one go-to guy. That's a big touchdown for Madison, who once again seizes momentum.
Gilbert with the extra point. It is good. 6:52 here until halftime. West Central finds themselves trailing the number 2 ranked Madison Bulldogs 14-7. You're listening to Trojan Football here on SiouxEmpireSports.com.
Madison again would drive down the field before the half was over and connect on a field goal to put themselves ahead 17-7 going into the locker rooms at halftime.
5 seconds left. They got to be kicking a field goal here, and they are. Braden Gilbert, number 88. 27-yard field goal up, and it is good. So Madison, they knock on the doorstep, get as far as the West Central 5, but West Central, very fortunate there. They give up 3. You have to think that's a victory for the Trojans.
It is, but they're going to go down at half, down by 10.
West Central started the second half in good field position off of a kickoff, but were unable to put any points up on the board and ended up going for it on 4th down.
West Central now, one receiver right, that'd be Terrell. Alex Voigt out to the left. Madsen, he'll go straight drop. He'll look left. He'll scramble. He has room to run if he wants to. He'll keep it. Will he get the first down? And it looks like he'll be just a couple of yards short. It looked for a moment that he had a lot of room to run. Then those Madison defenders caught up to him. Looked like they'll be about 2 yards short. It'll be a 4th down turnover for West Central. Very disappointing to get that deep in Madison territory and not score.
The Bulldogs would take advantage of the West Central turnover on downs, and Giles hooked up again with Nordling for their second touchdown of the game.
Madison 3 receivers set. Giles back to pass. Pump fake off to his left again. Going deep. Cole Terrell's there. Touchdown Madison. They'll catch it at the 50. Nobody's going to catch him. That's number 14. Preston Nordling. Madison's up 23-7. Look out, Madison may be your new number 1 team.
That was a tremendous throw once again by Giles, and what a nice catch and run by Preston Nordling. Good coverage for the most part there by Cole Terrell, but he couldn't stay with him once he slid. You called the touchdown. He was at the
50. He caught it at the 50. I called the touchdown.
He was gone. That's it.
It was one-on-one coverage. The next closest guy was about 10 yards away. Terrell, nice effort, tried to lay out, deflect it. And when he hit the dust, nobody in front of Nordling. Snap up, this one a little short, and it will be good. They did not, no extra yards there on that PAT. So Madison not wasting any time. We saw a big 14-point swing there. West Central can't convert, Madison can. 9:15 left in the third quarter. West Central, they're down 17 to Madison.
West Central had another 4th down opportunity in Madison territory, this time at the 17-yard line. They'd go up the middle to fullback Cody Miller to look to continue the drive.
Well, it will be a 4th and 2. West Central, they have no choice but to go for it here. 4th and 2 from the 17. Trojans, 5 minutes left in the third. They're not out of it yet. They're down 17. Obviously need to get to the end zone to have any hope here on this drive.
Do you even think, though, about kicking the field goal to make it a 2-score game, 2-touchdown game?
In a normal game, yes, but high school, I don't know if the kid has the leg for a 30-yarder. 4th and 2, Hanish hands it off to Miller, and Miller, I don't know the reason to give it to him. He has 4 carries for 2 yards. He lost a yard there. Miller getting shut out tonight. Not a fan of the play call.
No, you're exactly right. He has not broken anything free. Madison has been prepared to stop Miller from the get-go of the game, from opening kickoff. He hasn't been able to generate any yards down the field. Don't understand why they're going with him on that play.
For the first time since the first quarter, West Central would put points up on the board, this time going to running back Cody Bussell from 5 yards out.
2nd and 2 from the 5. They'll give it to Bussell, right side, West Central. Do they find the end zone for the first time in the second half?
They do.
It's going to be close, and they do. Cody Bussell, a 5-yard touchdown run. And West Central, they're an extra point from being down only 10.
Great job there by Bussell. The second effort, getting there, stretching the ball across. This game is not over yet.
West Central would cut the Madison lead down to only 3 points with a long touchdown pass by backup quarterback Jace Hanisch in for the injured Noah Matson.
Jace Hanisch, your quarterback, leading this comeback for West Central. He'll do a pass. He'll go deep left side. He's got Bustle. He's wide open. He caught that sucker at the 15, 10-5. West Central touchdown. They are down by 4 points, and there's plenty of time left.
Oh, what a pass. And that completely got the entire Madison defense fooled. Cole Bustle wide open, and Jace Hanisch. What an
Is he your early
throw.
favorite for player of the game if they pull this thing off?
I can't go against my boy Terrell, can I? Yeah,
Right.
I can right now, Hanisch. That great job leading West Central back into this game. We have a ball game on our hands.
Noah Vetras, a very important extra point here. 24-20 lead. High snap. Kick is up and good. And just like that, before you blink, West Central puts 2 scores up on the board in 6.5 minutes. And all of a sudden, they trail Madison 24-21.
Madison had a 4th and 8 opportunity near midfield. If they converted, the game would be over. But if the West Central defense could come up with a stop, they'd put the ball in the hands of their offense one more time.
That clock's running. Yeah, if Madison gets a first down here, if they get to the West Central 35, they'll get a first down. Timeout Madison. How lucky, how fortunate is West Central there? They have Madison call a timeout. 1:30 left, 3rd and 8.
We've seen some crazy things happen in this game so far. And back and forth, it looked like West Central had momentum for much of this fourth quarter until this last drive. This is a critical play here for Madison.
This is the game. No chance.
I even think that they could throw it here. Because if you don't...
There's no reason to.
You have a punter who has not given West Central anything to run
outstanding punter tonight.
out tonight. Yeah, the Tyler Curry has been great, pinning and kicking away from Cole Terrell. In my opinion, West Central's best offensive weapon, and he's good on special teams for him too. So why not try and throw it, catch him off guard, sew the game up?
I'm all for running it here. Emmer's busted a couple of big runs. It's 3rd and 8. Madison at their 44. 1.5 minutes left. West Central, they are down 3. Madison 4 wide, 2 on each side. Hemmer in the backfield, Giles in the shotgun. Man in motion left to right. They will pass. I don't agree with it. They give it up the middle. Nordling, that's your ball game. Do or die situation. They get a gain of 11. Nordling first down, and that's your ball game. West Central's going to lose, and Madison's your new number 1.
Those were a few of the highlights, the scoring plays of that first game, Madison against West Central. West Central down 17-7 at the half, 24-7 early second half. Then you saw the West Central comeback there fall 3 points short. Is it safe to say that West Central cannot get down in this game like they did that first time, 10, 15, 20 points?
No, they absolutely cannot, because it takes away what they effectively do best, and that's run the ball. But we've seen since that game that there have been quite a few changes that West Central's made on defense. They have really picked up their play since that loss to Canton, which was just a week after the Madison loss. So this is a much different team than what we saw back there when these two teams played in Madison.
Cole Terrell, he leads the West Central Trojans, 101 carries on the year for 986 yards, 16 touchdowns. You have Cody Bustle just behind Terrell, 114 carries for 917 yards and 11 touchdowns. Then you have the fullback Cody Miller, 89 carries, 583 yards, and 12 touchdowns. Madison, they have Rush Millen. West Central, they have these 3 guys right here. What do you give the edge to the running game?
Well, we've always said that West Central has the 3-headed monster in the backfield. Who are you going to give it to? Who are you going to stop? They provide different challenges, each one of the running backs for West Central. Miller can run up the middle. Cody Bustle's really good along the outside of the tackle, close to the sidelines. Terrell can just break one free at any time. Very good. Rush Millen for Madison has been phenomenal all year long. 1,364 yards rushing, 33 touchdowns. He can do it all. Easy to say, it's not too shabby. He's a very good running back. It's kind of a draw, but if you're looking for perhaps the best running back, it's Brush Millen. Then again, West Central is so even with their splits and the carries and everything that, you know, if they gave Cole Terrell the ball as much as Madison gave the ball to Rush Millen, he'd probably have 2,000 yards.
Preston Nordling, their outstanding wide receiver, Jacob Giles, their lefty senior quarterback. That combination scored a couple of touchdowns in that first meeting. Nordling, one of the top receivers in the state. Hot Springs threw it a little bit against West Central. West Central, I've said for a long time now, because they practice against the offense that they do, if you can put a guy on the outside, they can probably take advantage. Is there something more important tonight, stopping the run or stopping the pass, or do you have to be aware of both?
You do have to be aware of both because Madison is so good throwing the ball and running the ball. It's going to be very tough for West Central. If I think there's one key though that they have to stop, it's the pass. They are very good on the front four, the front seven at stopping the run. It's that back and the secondary that hasn't been tested a whole lot this year. Or when they've made mistakes, it hasn't really hurt them all that much because of the fact that they're up by so much. So when it comes to it, I think the secondary and stopping the passing game is going to be critical for West Central to win tonight.
15 minutes away from kickoff here, 11A state title game between the 9-2 West Central Trojans and the 11-0 Madison Bulldogs. Coming up next here on SiouxEmpireSports.com, pregame thoughts from Trojan head coach Kent Mueller.
On the field here with West Central head coach Kent Mueller, pregame 11A state title, Madison West Central. Last time you were involved in a game that exciting at Hot Springs with that much on the line?
Well, you know what? 07, the quarterfinal game against Dells. Came down to a fourth down play action pass that we threw. Brady Clark, Nelson to Clark, touchdown, kind of opened up the doors. We go on and we go 12-0 and win that title, the last title we won at West Central. We had, Del Rapids semifinal game, and I believe it was 0-10, 4-point game, comes down to the end. We lose that one, but yeah, there was a lot of emotion the other night down there.
Well, that touchdown pass that got called back, 50 yards, was there a moment where you thought, that was it?
Well, I've done this a long time, and I'm a firm believer in, she isn't over till she's over, and Murphy's Law, and all those things, and so, was I surprised to see the flag? I think I'd be lying if I said I wasn't, because that took a tremendous amount of courage on that official's part to make that call. If you look the way the fourth quarter was called, though, in general, it went with the whole kind of, there were hardly any flags the first three. And then the fourth quarter, there were
quite a few.
There were more than quite a few. We had 60 yards of penalties in the fourth quarter. So, you know what, that maybe they were trying to keep control again. There are a lot of things you could say, you don't know. Took some courage for him to call. Was it a bad call? No. You can go on tape and look. You make up your own mind. But from the angle he had and where he was at, it was the way it should have been called. Now, here's our takeaway from that game. Why would you ever put yourself in a position where you got to count on a call from an official to either bail you out or make it a chance for you to win a ball game? We had ample opportunity that game to separate from Hot Springs to, honestly, we should be a 3-touchdown difference in that game. Fumbles, penalties on the screen, so there's a lot of things that you can point to. Didn't travel particularly well, not that the kids were bad or anything, but our performance kind of looked like we'd been on a bus all day. And then we got there early and laid around some more, and I'm not making excuses. Hot Springs did us a tremendous favor by reminding us how important that game is to get to this one.
Fumbles have been an issue, seems like the last 4 games. How do you correct it? What do you tell them besides hang on to the ball?
Well, you don't want to oversimplify, but it might be as simple as that. Some of those fumbles are kids just running so hard and reaching out and trying to get that extra yard. And so, that in itself can be problemsome because if the ground causes a fumble, it's not a fumble, but you're not always going to get that benefit of that call. So some of it was just actually Hot Springs tackling the football. But you know what? You remind them, you practice, and we talk about practice, and you guys see what happens.
You made some defensive changes about halfway through the year. How does that affect this game here, considering that happened after you played Madison the first time?
Well, I honestly think we're better. What we're doing is a little simpler, which isn't a bad thing. I mean, I think it allows our kids to play with a tremendous confidence and play very, very fast. And that is provided they do all the reads they need to do. But, I like the way we match up. They maybe have a little size on us, not a ton. I like our depth. And it's a great challenge. I mean, they have a great offensive team, lots of weapons. They spread you, and so you have to defend the whole field and a lot of different guys.
You've been here 14 times. This is their first time. Is it all a mental type of thing? Just they don't know what this is like before.
There's some truth to that. There's, our seniors were here as sophomores, and obviously all of these guys made numerous trips during that, and granted they were very young, but yeah, it is a mental thing at this point. To get here you have to have a team that's pretty good football players and pretty good football team. Now it comes down to, can you eliminate mistakes? Noise is an issue, heat is an issue, surface is an issue, the distractions of your first state title or 14th state title. I mean, those are all issues that you have to deal with. And you're talking about 16, 17, 18-year-old kids. And, so sometimes we see.
20th anniversary of the winter game back in '93, the first state title. A classic game by anybody that saw it. Your memories of that game?
Well, I was a lot younger. I had been fortunate enough in '88 to have been part of the O'Gorman staff the year they beat Pierre here. So I had that experience as an assistant coach. I remember coming to West Central in '90 and being oh so close, and then finally getting to that game, and then no one giving us a chance, and then working to get to that third overtime and John Paul's touchdown and the crazy realization that you need to enjoy that and savor every moment of that experience from start to finish, because there's no guarantee you ever get to do it again. Mm-hmm. And now 20 years later, this is our 14th trip. So obviously we like the feeling. I think it just shows how big a part of West Central football is, I told the kids I'm as nervous as they are, I guess when that feeling leaves, then it's time for me to find a different job. But right now, I'm just as excited as the kids are, and I just looking at that clock, we need to be getting ready here pretty quick.
Good luck tonight, and we appreciate you spending a few minutes
thanks
every
for this
game
whole
with us.
Season. It's been awesome.
Right. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Some pregame thoughts for West Central head coach Kent Mueller. What do you take away from his thoughts there?
Well,
pregame.
He seems excited, just like the kids. I mean, it doesn't matter if, for these kids, they've been here once or, the 10, 11, 12, 14 times that he's been there. This is an exciting time for Coach Kent Mueller and the West Central Trojans. I find it interesting. We didn't mention it in the pregame thoughts, but when we came here to do the game in September, they said, we hope that this isn't our only game here at the Dakota Dome this year. They've worked really hard, and now they are back for that ultimate chance at a championship.
Madison 11-0 on the season. The only games at all that were close was that West Central game on September 27th, 24-21 Madison win. They followed that a week later with a very close win at T, 34-31. Besides that, they have rolled everybody that they have played thus far this season, including Millbank area, Vermilion, and Del Rapids here in the 11A playoffs. At West Central, they lost the coin toss. Madison deferred, so West Central will receive the ball here in the first quarter. Let's first get to the starters for the home team tonight, the Bulldogs of Madison at 11-0. We'll start with their quarterback, number 7 senior, Jacob Giles. He's at 6'2", 184. The men that he'll be throwing to tonight will be his leading receiver, number 14, senior Preston Nordling. He's at 5'9", 150. The junior tight end for the Bulldogs, number 12, Carter Kasuki. He's at 6'2", 160. And the other starting wide receiver is number 6, junior Heath Williams. He's at 5'9", 144. Giles and Nordling, that you have to watch that if you're West Central.
Combined over 1,000 yards receiving this year, 8 touchdowns. Nordling had the best year, 6 touchdowns, 685 of those yards. And Jacob Giles played very good, 1,700 yards through the air, 12 touchdowns. He's a very good quarterback. West Central's going to have to be able to stop that.
The fullback for Madison is a senior, number 46, Blake Gusso. He's at 5'10", 156. And the senior running back is number 28, Rush Millen. He's at 6'1", 193. You mentioned, 33 touchdowns on the year. And he has gone through these 3 teams in the playoffs like nothing.
Yeah, it's like a knife through warm butter. I mean, he has just been able to...
Or a warm knife through any sort of butter.
Well, absolutely. So, I mean, he's played very well. And Madison's rushing attack has been stellar all year. 2,500 rushing yards on the ground. And Rush Millen responsible for well over half of them.
The offensive line for Madison, 4 seniors and a junior. Start with the senior, number 72, Jordan Unterbrunner. He's at 6'2", 236. Another senior, number 63, Riley Lighton. He's at 6 foot 236. Offensive line senior, number 55, Tyler Curry. He's at 6 feet 200. Curry, he'll also handle the punting duties tonight. Another senior, number 54, Braden Steppen. He's at 6'2", 229. And the junior on the line for the Bulldogs, number 67, Dexter Naustrom. He's at 6 feet 202. Now we'll get to the starting defense for Madison. They'll play a conventional 4-4 defense. Defensive ends will be senior number 54, Braden Steffen, and junior number 67, Dexter Naustrup. The big guys in the middle will be senior number 72, Jordan Unterbrunner, and number 46, also the fullback, senior Blake Gusso. The 4 linebackers for the Bulldogs, senior number 55, Tyler Curry, senior number 14, Preston Nordling, junior number 43, Johnny Monroe. He's at 5'8", 155. And Mason Hemmer, junior number 5, 5'8", 156. Hemmer made more of an impact on the offensive end in that first game.
Yeah, he certainly did. Kind of coming in, filling in when Rush Millen got hurt. He got the first downs when they needed him to, made a couple big catches. He was a big-time factor for Madison in that win.
The 3 in the secondary for Madison, senior defensive back number 28, Rush Millen, senior number 7, Jacob Giles, and junior number 25, Isaac Schubert. He's at 5'7", 162 pounds. And now for the Trojans of West Central, they come into this game with a 9-2 record, won their first 3 games of the year, lost back-to-back games in the middle of the season to Madison and Canton, and they've been undefeated ever since, winning their last 6 in a row here in the getting ready for the 11A final versus Madison. They'll play a 3-4 defense. They'll start on the right end. Will be senior number 71, John Blue. He's at 6'5", 225. The nose guard, senior Eric McCluskey, number 70. He's at 6'3", 230. And on left end, senior number 91, Parker Roush. He's at 5'9", 195. The 4 linebackers for the Trojans will be senior number 48, Justin Bowl. He's at 5'7", 170. You have senior number 34, Cody Miller. He's at 5'10", 180. Senior 49, Matt Johansson. He's at 6 foot 185. And Braden Swoutswort, he's a senior, number 42. West Central, they start 11 seniors on defense, and Swoutswort, kind of that leader of the linebacking core.
And he certainly played like it all year. Led the team with 61 tackles, made big plays when he had to. Swartwell's a very good player. He's going to have to come up with a big game tonight.
That front 7 instrumental, especially in the second half on Saturday against Hot Springs. Had 6 sacks, especially a few in the final drive.
And they've been tough all year. This is not just a one-game thing. They have been very good all year. It's been the secondary that has got to step up their game tonight.
Meanwhile, that secondary of West Central will start at left cornerback. Will be senior number 5, Cole Terrell. He's at 5'10", 170. The right cornerback will be senior number 21, Cole Becker. He's at 5'11", 180. The senior free safety for the Trojans, number 88, Riley Schrader. He's at 6 feet, 175. And the strong safety for the Trojans, number 44, senior Alex Voigt. He's at 6'1", 165. And your starting offense for West Central, they will get the ball to start things off here as the cheerleaders are being introduced, soon to be followed by both squads here. We'll start with the quarterback for West Central, number 12, Noah Matson. He's a senior at 6 foot 180. Jace Hanisch deserves mention here. A terrific job filling in for Matson in the middle of the season. But Matson came back in the playoffs. Has played very well the last couple weeks. Do you expect anything different here tonight?
No, I don't. Matson, like you mentioned, has played very good. He adds another dimension. He's faster, a little faster than Jace Hanisch, can make the throws. It's going to be very good.
The running backs, as we mentioned earlier on with their stats, you have Cole Terrell, number 5, Cody Miller, the fullback, number 34, and Cody Bustle, number 9, a junior. At split end, the aforementioned junior, number 6, Jace Hanisch. He's at 6'1", 190. And at tight end, the senior number 49, Matt Johansson. Look at that all-important offensive line here for West Central. We'll start in the middle with junior Lane Creer, number 65. He's at 6'3", 290. And it seems like ever since they switched Creer from left tackle over to center, seems like the offense has been rolling once again on the ground.
Well, certainly. At least 370 yards rushing in 5 straight games. A few games over 400 yards. They have been phenomenal, and it's due, in fact, in part to that change that you mentioned, switching Creer from left tackle to center.
At left tackle in place of Creer will be sophomore number 63, Hunter Healy. He's at 6'2", 245. Beside him at left tackle, senior number 52, Matt Siebert. He's at 6'2", 190, Siebert. He'll also see some time at linebacker here tonight. On the right side of the line for West Central at right tackle, senior number 71, John Blue. And at right guard will be senior number 54, Jared Woolman. He's at 5'9", 200 pounds. West Central tonight in the road whites, navy blue numbers, navy blue pants, navy blue helmets. The Bulldogs of Madison in their black uniforms with maroon numbers, maroon helmets, maroon pants as the Madison defensive starters being introduced here in the Dakota Dome mere minutes away from opening kickoff. The 11A state title game between West Central and Madison coming up next here on SiouxEmpireSports.com. Travis Kriens and Nathan Sacken back with you here, the Dakota Dome in Vermillion, South Dakota. The 11A state championship game between the West Central Trojans, 9-2 on the year, against the 11-0 Bulldogs of Madison. West Central, they lost the coin flip, and Madison deferred. So West Central, they will receive the opening kickoff here. Pre-game, I thought if West Central won the coin toss, it would behoove them to take the ball, get on offense first, because we saw what happened in the first game, Madison, when they had the ball. A long third down conversion. It was an 80-yard touchdown pass. West Central played from behind the entire time. I think it's very important for West Central to get the ball first and to score, put the pressure on the Madison Bulldogs here. They've never been this far before.
And remember, they had a few opportunities, West Central did in that game against Madison, inside the red zone and could never capitalize. So they need to be able to execute. The worst thing possible would be a 3-and-out right away for West Central. They need to be able to move the ball, at least change some field position here. They are. It's critical that West Central's offense come out guns a-blazing.
West Central, a running team, obviously runs the double wing. A lot of the time, they will throw some option in there as well with Noah Matson under center, your quarterback, with the fullback Cody Miller, the running backs Cody Bustle and Cole Terrell. The West Central passing game, 611 yards on the season. And you mentioned in the pregame Jacob Giles, he's a lefty at 6'2". He has over 1,700 on the season, and over 1,000 of those to Preston Nordling.
Yeah, between Preston Nordling and Carter Kasuski. I mean, those two are a very vicious tandem to defend, and West Central's secondary is going to have to bring their A++ game tonight. Madison's very balanced. They can beat you through the air. They can beat you on the ground. West Central's defense is going to be key tonight.
And we're ready to get underway here. West Central standing at their 10-yard line. Cody Miller, Braden Swoutswort. We've seen them do the reverse many times here on kickoffs and punts. We'll see how they start things off here. Madison number 25, Isaac Schubert, your kickoff man at the 40. They'll do an onside kick. It'll be short. West Central's got a fall on it at the 30. Cole Becker's got it at the 30. That one was a designed kick. Bounce at the 50, went to the West Central 30. Cole Becker on the return. Carter Kasuki on the kick, on the tackle. Very surprising there, Madison.
Yeah, and good thing West Central was kind of aware of it, able to get that recovery. Becker. Nice to know. We know Cole Becker's got some good hands, so he wasn't going to fumble that big time there. 1st
and 10 at the West Central 29. Trojans will start things off here. Moving from right to left. 14th trip for West Central the last 21 years. Madison football's never made it to the Dakota Dome for the title game. Man in motion. They'll give it up the middle. Cole Terrell, gain of 1, maybe 2 to the 30-yard line. West Central, that running game's got to get going. Was not very good on that first play.
Nope, Madison definitely ready for it, trying to run into the heart of Madison's defensive line there. A good job there by, I believe it's Jordan Unterberner, who did a very good job making that tackle there. Madison's got a big front four. They're going to be difficult to run up the middle against.
2nd and 8 for West Central. Jace Hanisch wide right. They'll give it off. Pitch left side to Cody Bussell, nothing doing. He'll lose 4 yards on the play. Nice tackle there by Rush Millen. Outstanding tackle on the play, West Central. That'll move them back all the way to their 26-yard line. 3rd and long, not the way West Central wanted to start.
No, and Bussell really had nowhere to go on that. This is a nice job by Millen to get off that edge, make the stop, force West Central into a long 3rd.
3rd and 14 for West Central. Bussell out wide. They'll go to quarterback, roll out right. They'll get a incomplete pass over the head of Cole Terrell. They had him there, intended target. If he would have caught it, it would have been a first down. Just slightly overthrown.
Yeah, and he had Terrell open. He also had Cody Bussell open down the middle of the field as well. A little overthrown, and exactly what I said West Central could not do. Go 3 and out on their first possession.
Preston Nordling, the punt returner here for Madison, set up near his 35-yard line. Noah Vetris will kick it off here at the 15. This one will go. Nordling will catch it at the 37. Cole Becker, he'll get him down. Nice tackle by West Central. Gain of 1.
That was a line drive kick. It looked like Nordling might have some room, could break it free, score or get some good yards there. Nice open field tackle there by Cole Becker, making sure a limited return on the play.
West Central's defense will have their hands full here tonight. Jacob Giles, he'll set up in the shotgun. They will not mess around here. 5 wide receivers, 3 to the right, 2 to the left. West Central, they better be ready. 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line. Movement on the line. Madison, they do not get a play off, and it will be a penalty here on the Bulldogs.
Yeah, just a little French there along the offensive line. Interesting that they start going out 5 wide, breaking it out there. You would expect that they're going to change the way that their formation coming up here with 1st and 15.
You don't want to make too much of the nerves, but first play, false start. Get it out of the way, I guess.
And it is their first time here. Now, again, West Central, a lot of these guys, it's their first time.
They live here. They have a condominium in the northwest corner up here. 14th time in 21 years. They've won 11 of them. Looking for number 12. Same formation here for Madison. 1st and 15 at their own 33. 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Giles, quarterback keeper. He'll get to the 35, down near the 38-yard line, the original line of scrimmage. 44 on the tackle.
And someone's hat came off there.
Point.
Number 55 for Madison.
Tyler Curry.
Tyler Curry, yep, thank you. Now he'll have to sit out a play as he gets his helmet put back on.
They'll spot the ball at the 39-yard line, gain of 6 there in the quarterback keeper. Madison 2nd and 9. They'll go 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Giles in the shotgun. Looking at his receiver, Heath Williams off to the right. West Central, they'll bring 4. Giles rolls out to his left. The pressure's there. This one near the 50-yard line, no catch at the West Central 47. Intended target there was Heath Williams. Coverage on the play, Schrader, number 88.
Yeah, that was a very close play there to being a catch, but a nice call there by the back judge, making sure that he came in and said that it's a complete hit the carpet. West Central thought so as well. So good call, forcing a big third down here for the Madison offense. So both teams showing a little nerves offensively here early on.
They'll flip the formation of the first down. They'll go 3 receivers right, 2 to the left. Giles in the shotgun, 3rd and 9, man in motion. They'll give it off to Williams. He'll get to the 40, to the 45. Possible face mask. We'll see if there's a penalty. There is not. They'll be 3 yards short of the first down, and Madison will be punt. We'll have to punt Mason Hemmer on the run right side.
Good end around there. Terrell made that stop. It was very close to a face mask, but I believe he did kind of grab up around the shoulder there. But maybe it was a face mask and they missed it.
Cole Becker back for West Central. He's the lone man back there at his own 20. Punter number 55, Tyler Curry. He'll punt this one away from his 35. This one end-over-end kick. It'll bounce at the 25 and go near the 20, picked up at the 18. Becker makes a guy miss. He's up to the 25. Down at the 26, a return of 7 yards, possibly 8. So both teams go 3 and out. West Central with the run game, Madison with the pass game. Johnny Monroe in on the tackle.
Well, maybe we're going to see a defensive struggle from both defensive battle between both of these teams. The offense, 3 and out, not very good. We got to see now how West Central responds with their second drive of the game.
1st and 10 for the Trojans at their own 26. Drace Hanisch out wide left. Madsen, he'll keep it, roll out right. This one dropped. Pass intended for number 49, Matt Johansson. Would have been a gain of 5, but it was dropped near the sideline.
And Johansson has to make that catch. That's a very catchable ball. And a nice job there by Isaac Schubert there on coverage. But still a catch, or still a pass that Johansson has to come down with.
1st and 10, West Central at their 26. 9 minutes, 23 seconds left here in the first quarter. We are scoreless. A pair of 3 and outs for both teams to start. 3 men in the backfield. Madsen, he'll keep it himself. He'll only gain 2 on the play. They did a fake up the middle, but Madsen kept it. Minimal gain.
Yeah. Curry and Northrup there on the combining in on the tackle. It looked like a double, maybe triple option read there for Madsen. Just nothing developed there where he could hand it off and was dropped to a minimal gain.
The 3rd and 9 here for West Central at their 27-yard line. They need to get to the 36. Madsen, he'll give it up the middle. He'll go to Cole Terrell. He'll be 3 yards shy. There is a penalty on the play. Terrell, Blake Gusso in on the tackle. We'll see what this is.
Guess is it could be. It looks like it's going to be a face mask. Yep.
Face mask on Madison. West Central 3 yards short of the first down. That face mask will give them the automatic first.
Well, maybe not the way they envisioned it, that their first down of the game would come via penalty. And it's only a 5-yard penalty. It's not the personal foul, the 15 yards, like you see in the college and the NFL these days. And looking at the replay here, it does look like Madison did reach in and grab Terrell's face mask. Big first down for West Central here.
1st and 10 at their own 39. 3 in the backfield for the Trojans. Madsen gives it to Bussell. He'll get a gain of 1. Unterbrunner in on the stop. Unterbrunner at 6'4", 236. We mentioned him the first time around. Awfully good offensive line and defensive line.
Very, very good. Yep, and that Madison defensive line is not allowing West Central to get anything going in between the tackles early on these first two drives. It looks like West Central's going to have to try and get out around the ends to gain anything.
8 minutes left first quarter. West Central and Madison scoreless. 2nd and 7 near the 40. They'll give it up the middle again. Nothing doing for this West Central running game. Cole Terrell on the carry. West Central, early indications show that they're going to have a hard time keeping the ball on the ground.
Yes, absolutely. And give credit to Madison. Great jump, great penetration at the snap of the ball. They are not allowing West Central to get anything going right away early on here. Excellent job by the Madison defensive front.
2nd and 8 for 3rd and 8 at their own 41. Receiver out left. They'll motion another man. They'll pitch it left side to Bustle's got room near midfield. He'll get a first down in the Madison territory. A gutsy call on 3rd and 8. A gain of 11 at the Madison 47.
I believe that was a tackle. He slipped a tackle by Dexter Naustrup, and then Jacob Giles in on the tackle. Great extra effort there by Bustle to pick up that first down.
Gain of 12 for Bustle, by far the best offensive play for West Central tonight. 1st and 10 at the Madison 47. Two receivers to the left, including Bustle. They'll pitch it. They'll do a fake. They'll go deep left side. This one incomplete. They pitched it left side to Hanisch. Hanisch, your tight end / backup quarterback. He went deep left side for Bustle, but Giles, the quarterback,
Giles read it the entire way. It's not a good throw there by Hanisch. Nice to kind of do a little trickery there by West Central. It was just a very nice read there by Giles. He was with Bustle step for step.
Had one-on-one coverage there. Ball slightly overthrown. Bustle did get his hand on it. So West Central going some trickeration here early. 2nd and 10 from the Madison 37. Run left side, Cole Terrell. First down past the 30. Out of bounds near the 20-yard line, Cole Terrell. Cole Terrell, his first big run tonight. Spotted at the 22. The running game now for West Central's getting going.
Great seal blocks out on the outside there by his wide receiver. I think Hanisch got in on one. 25-yard gain for Terrell. Excellent job. But again, the blockers on the outside made that happen, opened up the crease for him to go right down the sideline, and West Central is driving.
1st and 10 at the Madison 22. Hanisch outright. They'll give it up the middle to Cody Miller. He'll break a tackle at the 20, down at the 21. Nordling in on the stop. So Miller, his first rush of the night. He'll get a gain of maybe 1 just off the 22-yard line.
And Miller's a north-south runner there. He was running too much east-west. There was a hole there that I thought he could pop in, get 3-4 more yards. Tried to cut it back outside, make a few more guys miss, and as a result, minimal gain on the play.
2nd and 9, West Central at the Madison 21. 3 backs in the backfield. They'll give it to Bustle off right tackle. He'll get to the 20. A gain of 1. Number 55 on the tackle, Tyler Curry. Stepping in on the stop as well.
Isn't it amazing how quickly you get a couple of really good runs from West Central, and all of a sudden you bog down. It's 3rd and 8 now. This is big.
6 minutes left here in the first quarter, scoreless. West Central 3rd and 8 at the 20. Bustle, they'll go right side. He'll make a man miss at the 20 up to the 15. Looks like he'll be about 3 yards short. Decision time here. 3rd and 3. It appears they're going to go for it.
Well, yeah. A field goal is an option here, though. You don't have the elements. We do know that Noah Vetris does have the leg. Just whether it can be accurate or not. So at 4th and 4, it does look like West Central will go for it here. I think it's the right decision. Would not be surprised to see a pass here.
4th and 4, the Madison 16. West Central looking to put some points up on the board. 2 in the backfield. Madsen back to pass right side. This one pass to Terrell. Incomplete near the goal line. If he catches it, looks like he'd be down at the 1. Ball slightly underthrown. West Central turns it over on down.
It could have been overthrown for Johansson, too. It looked like Johansson maybe got a finger on it, not knowing that Terrell was back behind him a little bit. And whether or not that took a little bit off the ball or not, they were open. They had that play. It's a big miss for West Central. Madison gets the ball back at the 16.
Giles, he's got 2 wide right, 1 to the left, 2 in the backfield. That's Millen and Gusso. High snap, ball gets loose. Giles will keep it. He'll go left side. He'll throw it for Nordling. Caught at the 38, down at the 42. A busted play from the start. A gain of over 20 yards there for the Bulldogs.
Well, give Giles a ton of credit for corralling that snap and then keeping his eyes down the field. And Preston Nordling was right there, keeping an eye on his quarterback, bailing him out. What a big first down there for Madison. 26-yard gain.
Timeout here on the field as Kent Miller talks to his defense there. Giles, the snap was bad, never got his hand on it. Finally corralled it, went off to his left. Motion to Nordling to keep going. Found him near the 40-yard line. A nice pass completion there of 26 yards. First pass completion tonight for both squads. 0-0 here in Vermilion. 12-play drive for West Central came to an end. They threw it on 4th and 4. Madsen went to Cole Terrell near the goal line. Ball just slightly underthrown. So we're going to see possibly a huge shift here. We saw it in the second half of the first meeting. West Central, they get down to the 15-2. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Run up the middle, Rush Millen. He'll get near the 50. There is a flag on the play. He got near the first down marker, but this appears to be holding on Madison. Kyle Oshner, number 62, in on the tackle. We'll get the call here.
Illegal formation.
Illegal formation on Madison. So negate the run by Millen. They spot it at the 48 of West Central. Would have been a gain of 10. Good enough for a first down. Penalties have been an issue thus far here for Madison.
Yep, 3 penalties for 15 yards. And that negates a big run there by Rush Millen. He burst through the hole there. Tough for West Central to bring him down. That's a big loss there for Madison that they didn't get that. Force him to 1st and 15.
Gusso and Millen in the backfield with quarterback Giles. 2 receivers right, Nordling off to the left. Pass looking left, Giles, he'll roll out to his left. The rush of West Central's coming. They forgot Millen. He catches it at the 40. Near midfield, he's loose to the 40, to the 30. Missed tackles by West Central at the 20, to the 10, at the 5. Rush Millen, touchdown Madison. 63 yards. West Central had it well defended, but they forgot Millen coming out of the backfield.
And he is the second biggest weapon on offense in the passing game. You have got to always watch for this guy, and he sheds a couple of tackles. Bustle a missed tackle, Terrell a missed tackle, and he gets in all the way.
It'll go in the scorebook as a 60-yard pass, but about 99% of the yards came from Millen himself. We have Braden Gilbert, number 88, on to kick the extra point. Nordling the holder. This one a line drive. Missed off of the right upright. We'll see if that makes a difference here late in the game. 4:35 left here, first quarter. Madison 6, West Central 0 here on SiouxEmpireSports.com.
Think how amazing it is. We flip a switch and the lights come on. Sometimes we take that for granted until we have an electrical problem. If you do, call Travis Electric to get it fixed right away. Travis covers the Sioux Empire to fix electrical problems or to help you with a new project, whether it's an addition, finishing a basement, or wiring a whole new home or business. Remember Travis Electric. Since he started in business 8 years ago, Travis has been a big supporter of West Central Trojans. He's on our team at Travis Electric. Call 212-7647. Learn more at TravisElectricInc.com.
Travis Kriens and Nathan Stacken here in Vermilion for the 11A state title game between West Central and Madison. Just like the first meeting, the Bulldogs get on the board first. 6-0 Madison lead. 4.5 minutes left here in the first quarter. Rush Millen with a 63-yard touchdown connection.
And that capped off a two-play, 84-yard drive, took 31 seconds. And it was Rush Millen's first official touch of the game. Remember, he had the run that was called back due to the penalty. You see what kind of weapon he is. And just a huge momentum shift. It's almost like the air has been deflated out of the balloon out of West Central here.
Again, a low-line drive kick taken at the 34 by West Central. This is Anderson on the return up to the 38. It seems that Madison does not want to give Terrell or Becker or Miller or Swoutswart a chance in the return game.
No, and Anderson had a muff last week on an onside kick, so good for him to get his hands on that ball, get a good return. West Central with tremendous field position here. They have got to do exactly what they did on the last drive. Just march the ball down the field. It's when they get to the red zone that they can't bog down. Best starting field position of the game for the Trojans right now.
First and 10 at their 38, double wing formation, bustle in motion. Matson rolls out to his left. He will pass. He's going up the middle. Caught. No, it's dropped by Jace Hanisch at the 50. Hit him right in the numbers. Would have been 2 yards more than they needed. Needed too many mistakes here early on for West Central.
This is exactly what they could not do. They can ill afford to make mistakes against Madison. The passes have been there. There have been guys open. It's either drops or overthrown balls. And right now, West Central is out of sorts.
West Central, they'll line up with Hanisch out wide right. Double wing formation. Madsen straight drop. They'll try to set up a screen. They won't. Madsen's got to get rid of it. He's at the 30. He'll tuck it and run at the 40. He'll gain. Nice run there by Madsen. He'll gain 7 on the play. West Central tried to set up the screen, but Madison had it.
Yeah, they tried to get it to Miller and wasn't having any of it. So good job there by Noah Madsen. Rush Millen in on the stop. Gain of 7. That could be a critical play to this drive here if they can convert a third down, third and very manageable. Brings back in the rush and the ability to throw right here.
3rd and 3 for West Central at their own 45. They need the 48. Hanisch wide left. 3 in the backfield. Madsen, he'll keep it himself. He'll get a first down past midfield. Down. Giles can't make the tackle. Madsen all the way up to the 42-yard line. An outstanding play there by West Central's quarterback, Noah Madsen.
Yeah, it looked like Giles had Madsen had picked up the first down. Giles had him dead in his grasp. Great job there by Madsen to keep the feet moving, and Giles and Schubert were in on the stop there. That's a big first down. Excellent job there. Gain of 13 by Noah Madsen. And again, it's his scrambling ability on that second down play that was the difference in getting that third down conversion.
1st and 10 for the Trojans at the Madison 42. 3 in the backfield, man in motion. Terrell out wide left. They'll go up the middle to Miller. He'll get a nice healthy gain of 7 yards up to the Madison 35. Number 55, Curry, in on the tackle.
And we've seen Miller become more of a focal part of this offense early on in this game, something we haven't seen in previous games this year. So nice job there by Miller to get 7 yards and make it 2nd and 3 for West Central.
2nd and 3 for the Trojans. 2:40 left in the first quarter. Miller off right tackle. He'll be a yard short of the first down. They needed the 32-yard line. A gang tackle made on the play. So at West Central here, they'll have 2 chances here to pick up a yard, if that, and probably need a half a yard. Looking at the sticks.
Try not to do anything too fancy though that will get you negative yards. If I am West Central, I go right up the middle again with Cody Miller. He has been the man so far on this drive.
3rd and short, they'll go up the middle to Miller. He will get the first down at the 30-yard line. A gain of 2, another first down here for West Central. The Trojans, they've dominated time of possession, but Madison, they lead on the scoreboard.
And
it'll be an official timeout. I'm not sure why. Millen's helmet.
Well, I think they're going for a measurement, too.
By our vantage point, it appears he had it. They need to get past the 32-yard line.
I have a hard time thinking he didn't pick up half a yard there.
We're at a pretty good advantage here looking at it. He'll get it by the entire length of the ball. I would hope if you're an official, you could see that. based on where you are, we're in a pretty good position ourselves here. But clearly that was a first down for Cody Miller. They'll have it 1st and 10 at the Madison 32. 2 minutes left here in the quarter.
I am a little perplexed by how they couldn't see that down there on the field. You know you want to get the call right. Maybe they need binoculars.
West Central taking their time here in a huddle near the 40, getting the play call.
I mean, we could see that play up here.
Very odd, to say the least. 3 straight in the line here. Madison, they jump. They'll get number 46, Blake Gusso. 4th penalty for 20 yards. West Central staying in this game here. Madison, some miscues here before the ball's even snapped.
Yeah, again, you don't know if it's jitters, if there was a good hard snap count there by West Central. Most likely was. This is something, again, West Central driving. They seem to be getting a little momentum going on offense. You have to capitalize here, though.
1st and 5 for West Central. At the Madison 26. 3 lined up in the backfield again. Miller, Bussell, Terrell. Madsen, he'll give it off the middle to Bussell. He will gain 1 yard down at the 25-yard line. And West Central will have a
Blake
second
Gussell on the tackle there, and that's a very nice tackle because it certainly looked like Bussell had a lot of open field to run with to get that first down. Unfortunately for West Central, Blake Gussell made a nice open field leg tackle.
50 seconds left here in the first quarter. 6-0 Madison, West Central. 1 receiver left, that's Hanisch. Man in motion in the backfield. They'll give it left side. Terrell, first down at the 15, at the 10, at the 5. Touchdown, Cole Terrell. He scores from 25 yards out. West Central ties this game up at 6 apiece.
And a very nice job there by Terrell. Was able to get to the outside. Again, good job by the blockers opening that seal. That's the second time we've seen that on this near side. And Bussell had a great block there. Terrell gave a little juke. Nice stiff arm there. Gets to the end zone. West Central, the game is tied. They could have the lead pending the extra point.
Dan Skinner with the hold. Noah Vetras with the kick. This one is up and good. 43 seconds left here in the first quarter. West Central 7, Madison 6 here on the 11A final in the Dakota Dome on SiouxEmpireSports.com.
Let's talk about A1. No, not the steak sauce. Even better. A1 Electric, plumbing, heat, and air. We handle any of your new builds or household hiccups, and we're proud to be the premier Hydron geothermal systems dealer in the area, just like we're proud of our community. You'll love your new heating and cooling system from Hydron. It costs less to run, and it's good for the planet, too. Call us when you need help. Dial 528-HELP. That's 528-HELP for A1 Electric, plumbing, heat, and air, where one call does it all. Go Trojans!
If you're a pet parent, we're here for you at Hartford Veterinary Clinic. The changing of the season is when many people choose to change their car's engine coolant. Ethylene glycol-based coolants are
a 25-yard touchdown run left side for Cole Terrell. Give the Trojans a 7-6 lead. Nice long drive there for West Central.
Yeah, that 25-yard touchdown run capped off an 8-play, 62-yard touchdown just under 4 minutes. Great job there by Terrell. West Central with the lead.
This one taken at the 15, up to the 20, 25, 30. Down at the 32-yard line, number 28, Rush Millen. In on the return, number 67, Colin Healy on the tackle.
And isn't it amazing, this swing and momentum again? I mean, maybe it's too cliche to talk about momentum, but it certainly seems like that drive there by West Central to answer the big play by Madison now gives the momentum back to the Trojans.
You're seeing a clear difference in the offenses with Central with the running game, Madison in the passing game. Nordling out left, 2 receivers right. Gusso and Millen along with Giles in the backfield. Quick pass left side to Nordling, caught at the 40, first down. Makes the guy miss tackled at the 45-yard line. A gain of 14 on the play. West Central is going to have trouble stopping Nordling tonight. Over 150 yards the first time they met.
Yes, and Giles now 3 completions, over 100 yards throwing. And again, the secondary for West Central, I said, this is the unit that's going to have to make the difference in the game. So far, Madison has done a very nice job to neutralize or negate their impact.
2 catches, 41 yards for Nordling. Same formation as last time. 2 receivers right, 1 left. West Central bringing a blitz. They'll run the ball. Millen stopped for a loss of 1 at the 45-yard line. West Central brought a couple of extra bodies. Parker Rausch in on the tackle. That seemed to be very effective.
Yeah, very much so. Great job penetration-wise. Get through there. Rush Millen had no chance. And that will do it for the end of the first quarter. West Central weathered the initial storm, and they are 3 quarters away from a state championship. It's 7-6, West Central over Madison. You're listening to the state 11A championship game here on SiouxEmpireSports.com.
Out here in the second quarter, trailing 7-6, 2nd and 11 at their own 45. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Fake run, Giles, he'll take it, he'll keep it himself left side. West Central's there to stop him near midfield. He'll be 6 yards short of the first down. Gain of 5 on the play. Alex Voigt in on the tackle for West Central.
Yeah, and a good job there. But I mean, they had the angle on him. Knew Giles wasn't going to pick up that first down, and it sets up a 3rd down and 7, it appears, for Madison. We'll have to see if they can pick it up.
They'll mark him down just shy of his 50, so it's still in Madison territory. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Nordling wide left. Giles under center. He's looking off towards his right. He'll keep it himself. West Central's there. Put it down for a sack. There is a penalty here in the defensive backfield. But for now, it's 4th and 6. We'll see what the penalty will be.
I think it's going to be against West Central, against number 44, Alex Voigt. We'll have to see if it's a holding or an illegal contact downfield. That would be a killer to what looked like it was going to be a 4th down for Madison.
Officials discussing it here. They're still
Madison's
not sure.
clapping, so it looks like it will be against West Central.
Is. It appears that we get the official call here. It'll be holding on West Central in the defensive secondary. So Mueller discussing the call here with the official, not pleased. So they'll mark the ball off at the Madison 49, a 10-yard penalty all the way to the West Central. We'll call it the 40. So it'll be 1st and 10 here for Madison. First time tonight they've ran a play in West Central territory.
Again, you talk about a killer in momentum there. It looked like West Central's going to force that 4th down. And then a penalty. I didn't see it. I don't know if it was the right call or not, but Madison gets the ball first down.
4 receivers set. Quick pass right side. Caught by Williams at the 40. He'll go up to the 33-yard line. Justin Bowl in on the tackle. Gain of 7 on first down.
I feel as though you have to have him covered there. He was wide open. I know it's a quick little kind of screen pass down there, but it's if you're West Central, you see they have 4 wide. You got to put man up and play man to man.
2nd and 3 here for Madison at the West Central 33. They'll have 3 receivers left, 1 to the right, moving from right to left across the field. They'll give it up the middle to Millen, first down at the 30 to the 20, down at the 17-yard line. A burst of speed there for Gesso on the run. Rush Millen on the carry. Millen has not had the ball a lot here tonight, but he had that big touchdown. He had that big run right there.
And when he gets the ball, when he touches it, he's very effective. All that passing that Madison does makes the run effective because West Central has got to defend against the pass. They have to respect it.
1st and 10 at the 16. They'll give it to Giles. He'll fake it. He'll go left side to the 10 to the 5. Touchdown, Jacob Giles. A run from 16 yards out. That was set up on the fake up the middle to Millen. West Central, they bit. Touchdown, Madison.
And Millen, again, because he's been able to gain yards in chunks whenever he's touched the ball tonight. Nice job there faking it by Giles. Runs to the left side. It was really easy touchdown. And Madison will go for 2. But again, you talk about a huge momentum shift. That penalty on 3rd down has cost West Central a chance to get off the field, get the ball back. Now they're trailing.
They'll go for 2. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Giles, he'll keep it himself and run. He will get into the end zone. West Central had everybody covered, but Giles scores from 3 yards out. No, it's not 12-9. It's 14-7 Madison. They convert on the 2-point conversion.
And this shouldn't surprise us that Jacob Giles, that capped off a 6-play, 69-yard drive, 2 minutes and 9 seconds off the clock. Shouldn't surprise us that Giles can run as well as he does. 207 yards on the year, 3 touchdowns. His longest run was 33 yards. And again, when you are throwing it as well as Madison is tonight, when Millen is gaining those yards, running the ball, and obviously he has the long touchdown catch as well, it sets up Giles for having a big game on the ground.
23 plays thus far for West Central, 107 yards, just under 5 yards per play. Meanwhile, for Madison, they've only had the ball 11 plays. They've put up 160 yards, 14 and a half yards per play. What started as a bit of a defensive battle, we've had 3 touchdowns now here in the first 15 minutes.
The floodgates could be opening up here for a lot of scoring.
Good thing we're up high. We don't want to get wet.
Right.
Schubert, kickoff man for Madison. They'll kick this one again. West Central will have to pick it up at the 28-yard line by number 26, Mike Wagner. He'll go up to the 35. Madison, again, kicking the ball on the ground, giving West Central little opportunity to make an impact on the special teams.
Yeah, and they're giving West Central excellent field position that can really help West Central here, but they have got to answer to that Madison touchdown, try and tie this game back up.
1st and 10 for West Central at their own 35-yard line. Madison answered the West Central touchdown. We'll see if West Central can do the same here. Jace Hanisch wide left. 3 in the backfield for West Central. Again, Madison jumps. They get back. They'll give it up the middle to Bussell. He's churning off to the 38-yard line. Gain of 2 on the play. Curry again on the tackle. We've said his name a couple times tonight.
We have. He's been all over the field making tackles and stops tonight. There, you thought maybe West Central would get Madison offsides again, would have given him 5 yards. That was not the case there. And now we see what West Central can do with a 2nd and 8.
2nd and a short 8. Same formation as last time. Hanisch off left. They'll pitch it this side, right side to Bussell past the 40. Near the first down at the 45, it appears. He got the first down. They needed the 45 out of bounds. Schubert in on the tackle. First down, Trojans.
I love seeing Bussell lower his head there, lower the shoulder. He knows he's going to have to take a hit. You got to be physical against this Madison team. Pick up the first down there.
West Central, 1st and 10, ball just off the 45 on their side of the field. Hanisch off to the left. They'll give it this time to Terrell up the middle. He is stalked by Curry. Good Lord. Gain of 0 on the play. Terrell up the middle, didn't work that time.
If they didn't know each other, Curry was just coming by to say hello emphatically. He just swarmed him, and Terrell had nowhere to go.
West Central, 2nd and 10 at their 46-yard line. 14-7 Madison lead. 9.5 minutes left here, second quarter. Very tightly contested game. You can't say that here today at the Dakota Dome. West Central, they'll give it. Pass, Madsen, right side, deep. They have Terrell. Oh, nice defense there by Jacob Giles at the 20. Kind of a floater. Madison got some nice pressure, one-on-one coverage. Credit to Giles, number 7.
Yeah, I don't think Madsen got it all under on that throw. He had to rush it a little bit with pressure coming in, but an incredible play there by Giles. He's made a couple of those ones deep downfield. Terrell almost coming up with the catch, but again, ton of credit to Giles.
So West Central here, a third. Third and long, 3rd and 10. Hanisch, wide right, they'll give it to Terrell up the middle, nothing doing. Tackle in the backfield by Dexter Naustrup, number 67. 3rd and 10, they go up the middle with Terrell. They lose a couple yards.
And I'm a little curious with that play call there, unless they saw something trying to open up a hole right there in the middle, but that did not fare well for West Central, and you would think that they would punt it away, and it looks like they will. Noah Vetras is back there. There is a timeout,
Central,
though.
3 of 7 tonight on 3rd down. It'll be a West Central timeout. We'll take one as well. They trail the number 1 and undefeated Bulldogs of Madison 14-7 here with 8.5 minutes left in the second quarter. Dakota Dome 11A final. SiouxEmpireSports.com.
Let's talk about A1. No, not the steak sauce. Even better. A1 Electric Plumbing, Heat, and Air. We handle any of your new builds or household hiccups, and we're proud to be the premier Hydron geothermal systems dealer in the area, just like we're proud of our community. You'll love your new heating and cooling system from Hydron. It costs less to run, and it's good for the planet, too. Call us when you need help. Dial 528-HELP. That's 528-HELP for A1 Electric Plumbing, Heat, and Air, where one call does it all. Go Trojans!
If you're a pet parent, we're here for you at Hartford Veterinary Clinic.
Coming back off of a West Central timeout, they will punt. West Central a 4th and 13 at their own 43. Vetris for West Central punts it from his own 33. This one, nice end-over-end tick. Taken by Nordling at the 30. He'll go right side, stuck at the 30-yard line. Braden Swoutswart in on the tackle. Timeout for West Central. They talked it over. Good decision there to punt.
Oh, it's the right decision. Absolutely. It's way too early in the game for you to have to try and go for it on 4th down there. Another line drive punt there by Noah Vetris, giving Nordling a chance to run it back. He did gain a few more yards on this return. Madison with it at the 30. West Central absolutely needs to come up with a stop right here.
8.5 left here in the half. West Central trails Madison 14-7. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Giles in the shotgun. They'll give it to Millen up the middle. John Blue. He read it all the way. Gain of 1 for Millen. Best stop of the night with Millen getting the ball.
Yeah, there's nowhere for Millen to go. Nice job by the homecoming king, John Blue.
Very big defensive stop needed for West Central. Can't get down 2 scores.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Not with the way Madison's offense seems to be clicking. You have got to come up with stops whenever you can.
Giles looking towards his sideline, the far sideline. They'll have 2 receivers left, 2 receivers to the right. Again, you have to keep an eye on Nordling at all times. Cole Becker gets the assignment on Nordling, wide left. They have Giles. Again, Madison. It appeared from the get-go Madison didn't know what was going on. So they'll take a timeout. 7:46 left here in the first half. They were looking at the sideline, never got things going. Decided to burn a timeout. Each side here with 2 timeouts remaining. Nordling, you always have to know where he's at on the field. And even when he's been covered, he's been able to get just enough separation to make the catch.
Yeah, he's one of the best wide receivers in the state. And so far today, it's a couple of catches for 41 yards. They're doing a very nice job. Madison's offense has clicked through the passing game, done a fantastic job. Right now, you've got to figure out a way to come up with a stop here. If you're West Central, 2 downs, you can't give up a first down here.
Giles, quarterback for Madison, he's 4 for 5 on the night, 111 yards, including that 63-yard touchdown pass to running back Rush Millen. Giles also leads the team with 3 carries for 27 yards on the ground. 2nd and 7, they'll run it up the middle, this time with Hemmer. He'll bust it out right side, down at the 36-yard line. A gain of 5. Hemmer, first time he's ran the ball tonight.
And a nice run there by Hemmer. He was a big factor in Madison's win over West Central back there, I believe early October. And
Late September,
excuse me. That's a nice job there by West Central, bringing him down, forced a 3rd and 3.
A big 3rd and 3 here for West Central. 3 to the left, 1 receiver right. Nordling off to the left. West Central has him double covered. They're setting up the screen. This one complete to Nordling, middle of the field. First down at the 40. He gets up to the 45-yard line. Voigt on the tackle. West Central appeared to have it stopped for a moment, but Nordling, he found enough room in the defense.
Yeah, it looked like Braden Swartwout had that read pretty nicely. He was going to get a pick. Just a nice job threading the needle in there. Big 3rd down conversion for Madison.
3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Nordling, your single receiver off to the left. He's covered by the safety Schrader, playing cornerback this time. West Central, they will rush 4. Giles looking. He'll be sacked if they can get him down. Yes, he will. Number 48, Justin Bull. Second sack of the ball game here for West Central on a 1st and 10. But that'll make it 2nd and long at the Madison 37.
Great job there containing him and not allowing Giles to get outside. Nice job by the front four there, and Bull gets the sack. A well-deserved sack, much-needed sack for West Central.
Again, West Central must stop Madison here. 2nd and 18. Madison at their own 37. Same formation as last time. 3 receivers right, Nordling off to the left. Giles back there with Rush Millen. West Central, they'll rush 4. This one's a run to Millen. He'll get up to the 41-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. So 3rd and 14 for Madison here, West Central. Need a stop.
Absolutely, and Millen, a good job running there. Looked like he was only going to get a couple yards. Dives ahead to pick up 2 more. At 3rd and 14. West Central's given up quite a few passes tonight that have gone for more than 14 yards. And so a big-time stop here needed for West Central.
2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Millen in the backfield with Giles. He's in the shotgun. 3rd and 14 for Madison. They are up 7. Here, 5.5 minutes left until halftime. West Central will rush 4. Giles, he'll go off to his left. Going for traffic, going for Nordling. Caught at the 30. Down at the 22-yard line. There's a penalty on the play. Nordling and Cole Becker going back and forth. I don't know who they're going to call.
This, I think, is going against Nordling. He had a hold of the jersey on Becker there. It wasn't allowing him to get going. This one's going to come back. It is not going to be a first down. I would bet my bottom dollar.
This one, well, you're out of a dollar. This one on West Central. Again, great defense there on by Cole Becker on Preston Nordling. Really a hard call for either team to have at this point. But it does show that Becker had a little bit of a hand on him. But a real tough call either way.
He did, but it looked like Nordling had a hold of his jersey before. To get that, if you're going to not call it one way, call it the other. It's a back-breaking play right there, back-breaking sequence for West Central. They have got to figure out a way to come up with a stop, keep Madison out of the end zone.
1st and 10 at the West Central 20, 39-yard pass play. They'll give it to Millen up the middle, off right guard. He'll get a gain of 3 up to the 17. Under 5 minutes left here in the half, 14-7 Madison.
This passing attack by Madison is something else, though, isn't it?
Yep.
The wide receivers, Giles gives them a ton of time, and he has played absolutely phenomenal tonight. 6 of 7, 159 yards and a touchdown. And Preston Nordling, 4 receptions, 89 yards. It's been that combo all year. That's one of the main reasons why Madison is here in Vermilion tonight.
2 receivers set, 1 on each side. Run up the middle to Millen. He'll be just short of the first down at the 12-yard line. Gain of 5 or 6. It'll set up a 3rd and 2 here at the 12. 4 minutes left here in the first half. We're not accustomed to seeing Madison have a nice long drive like this.
No, we are not. And it's a another big 3rd down for West Central. They have got to come up with a stop. You would think it might almost be 4-down territory for Madison unless they elect to go for a field goal.
Nordling off left, receiver off right. Again, Millen up the middle. He needed the 10. It's going to be awfully close. Number 42, Swoutswart, in on the tackle. He needed 1. He got about 1.5. So it'll be 1st and goal here for Madison. Brandon Swartzwald in on the tackle.
They led the team in tackles during the year. He's definitely given it a nice effort here. Madison can't pick up another 1st down on this drive. They're going to have 4 opportunities to get 10 yards and reach that end zone. West Central got to stick their feet in the ground here. They have got to make a stand.
Again, they've been going 1 receiver right, 1 receiver left here these last 3 plays. Millen in the backfield. They'll give it to Millen up the middle. He'll only get a gain of 2. Stopped by West Central. Number 44, Swoutswart there again. Number 42, Swoutswart. Again, what makes this even bigger is that Madison will start the second half with the ball. You can't get down 2 scores heading into halftime and give Madison the ball.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. It is paramount here. And then West Central, when they get the ball back, they have got to figure out a way to try and score before half. just these final 3 minutes, huge.
222 yards for Madison, only 115, all of them on the ground for West Central. Second and goal from the 8, 2 receiver set, 1 left, 1 right. Giles again, they'll go back to Millen, touchdown Madison. 5 straight runs for Rush Millen. He's in from 8 yards out, 20-7 Bulldogs.
Yeah, very nice run there by Rush Millen, just right up the middle. Good blocking, good pancakes down low, and is an easy scamper in for Millen, who has his hands on the MVP of the game, as far as I'm concerned, early on here.
Nordling and Giles are going to have something to say about that before the dime is done. Number 88, Braden Gilbert, 0 for 1 on the night on extra points. He'll try it again. This one way off. This one would have been no good, short, but there was a penalty on the play. This one will be on West Central. They left early. So again, West Central had a extra point there. No good for Madison. Would have been 20-7. But Gilbert, he'll get another chance.
Maybe 1 yard closer is all he's going to need for a...
he has not been impressive thus far.
Well, he doinked one off the right upright on the first touchdown. Short.
Gilbert, this one, will it get through? Yes, it will. Nice rush by West Central. I would not like to rely on Gilbert to make a kick to win this game at all.
Well, they might not need it right now. 75% on the year kicking extra points. Madison right now, 21-7. It was a methodical drive by them. 11 plays, 70 yards. Took almost 6 minutes off the clock. Excellent job by Madison. They are in firm control of this game, and it could get out of hand in a hurry here for West Central unless they figure out a way to get the ball in the end zone here with 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go before halftime.
This one no exception. This one taken by West Central. Cody Miller at the 25. He'll slip at the 33-yard line. Gain of 8 on the play. So first time tonight, West Central's actually had a man who was supposed to return the ball actually do it.
Yeah, nice job there by Miller. He was ready for that. Again, excellent field position. 2:36 left. They have 2 timeouts. You don't need to abandon the run and go to the air here, but we've seen West Central attempt to do it.
5th drive of the game here for West Central. They only have 1 touchdown to speak of. Hanish wide right. Double wing formation in the backfield. Now they have 2 receivers right, that being Bussell. Matson, he'll roll out to his right. Pass complete. Nice catch at the 40-yard line. Gain of 7 by Jace Hanish.
Yeah, nice job there by Hanish. He dropped one earlier in the game, and he makes the catch here. I believe that's the first completion of the game for West Central.
West Central hurries up to the line here. 2nd and 3. They'll go to Terrell. Pass complete right side. Just at the marker. They needed the 43. We'll see where they spot this ball. 2 straight completions here for Madsen. Total of 10 yards. Let's see where they will spot the ball. They will take an official's timeout to measure. So West Central going to the passing game here to get things going.
Yep, it looks like they got the first down. They will measure it here. And the chain gang has to come the length of the field.
I never understood this. You have the chains right here.
Not the official one.
And then you have way on the other side. You have the official chains.
Well, you have to make them run and earn their money here, unless they're volunteering.
They'll stretch it. First down, West Central. It'll be 1st and 10 at their own 43. 2:14 left here for the Trojans. They're down 21-7.
Very good crowd for tonight's game. I mean, the stands are almost completely filled except for the corners of the end zone and the few final rows up here. Pretty split, too, between Madison and West Central.
2 receivers right. They'll do the same play. Madison, he'll keep it at the 50. Get a block for Miller. First down at the 45 down. All the way at the 42. Hammer in on the tackle. West Central caught him napping. Big run there for the quarterback.
Well, both of the previous passes, they rolled him out. So this time, again, they roll out. Huge hole, getting 15 yards there, and a great block there by Miller to spring Madsen ahead for a few extra yards. into Madison territory.
1st and 10 for the Trojans here at the Madison 43. One receiver off to the right, Jace Hanisch. We'll see if Bussell comes in motion to join him. He will not. Terrell, he'll get the run. Left side will go all the way to the left side. Stiff arm at the 40, out of bounds at the 36, a gain of 6. West Central out of bounds, so the clock will stop.
Good job there by Terrell, being patient, buying time, getting out of bounds, preserving the clock. Johnny Monroe with the force out there for Madison.
Is that Earl's grandson? Good to see him here tonight. Earl Monroe. No.
And prior to that run, Noah Matson on that 15-yard scamper, he has 4 rushes for 36 yards tonight.
Hanisch outright, 2nd and 4 for West Central at the Madison 36. Matson, he'll keep it himself at the 35. Spin move down at the 30. He'll get a first down. Clock will stop. So they reset the chains. Hemmer in on the tackle. Good looking drive here so far.
Something that I think that West Central should continue to do in the second half, or continue in the second half, is roll Matson outright, because he can either throw it, the guys have been open, or if he takes off, he picks up that first down. Madison has had no answer to that so far on this drive.
If it's working, why would you change it?
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Cole Terrell, receiver right. Johansson, receiver left. My goodness, Matson in the shotgun. Miller off to his left, they'll look left side, pass complete, no! Oh my goodness! This one, pass complete to Johansson, he drops it. Number 52, Matt Siebert with the catch on the end, lined up as a tight end. An outstanding play, not planned, but it bounced off Johansson's hand. Siebert lucky to be there, gain of 6.
If I'm Siebert here, I'm going to ask Coach if I can be a tight end next year. Well, because unless he's a senior. Well, okay,
he's your right tackle.
Well, never mind. That's a great heads-up play, though.
Pitch off right side. Bussell near the first down, out at the 20. This will be very close to the first down. There's only 47 seconds left in the half. West Central at the 20. 2 timeouts left. Down 14.
That was again, just going back to that last pass. What a nice job. Johansson can't get it, but Siebert heads-up play. Smart. He's hustling down the field to get a block. Ball comes right to him. Nice job. Getting the hands out, and we're having another measurement.
This time on the far side of the field. I hope they will use the far
Do you remember
yes,
a game in which we've seen so many measurement timeouts?
This is at least the 3rd, maybe the 4th. They'll do it. It appears they will. Just got it by the nose of the ball. First down, Trojans. 1st and 10 at the Madison 20. West Central have had the ball for the past 2 minutes here, trying to answer the Giles run to put Madison up by 14. West Central, they've had problems all season long versus Madison inside the red zone.
Yes, and this is this is crunch time for the Trojans. At the 20, the time again, not a factor here. 47 seconds left, 2 timeouts.
Hanisch and Terrell outright. Bussell will join on this one. Quick pass. Hanisch will pass it. End zone. Bussell caught. Touchdown Trojans. Jace Hanisch, Cody Bussell from 20 yards out.
Is the
second time we've seen it tonight.
And again, it looked very close to being a forward pass, but it was. They say it was backward, and
the ball was at the 20.
Bussell.
Matson went back about 4 yards.
Okay.
Hanisch caught it at the 26. Bussell was wide open right side.
They caught him napping twice, and that's a 20.
Giles again, he was at the line of scrimmage. Nearly got a hand on it. Vetris, PAT, up and good. 42 seconds left here in the first half. 21-14 Madison. As good as the game was last week, as good as the first Madison West Central game was, this appears to have the making for one of the all-time great games in your life.
Well, I can safely say for the fine folks who have witnessed all 3 games here at the Dakota Dome today, this has definitely been the best one of them. And again, you cannot explain how big of a drive that was, how big of an answer for West Central. Defense has to come up big here. As an 8-play, 67-yard drive, just under 2 minutes. And again, the rollouts to the right help with Matson picking up some yards, and then again the little trickery. We've seen them go to the well not once but twice. Now I might try something different. You want to pull out a bag of tricks.
Plenty of time left here.
Yeah, but if you want to pull out a bag of tricks for West Central, I suggest you don't go back to that play because I'm pretty sure Madison will focus on it.
Noah Vetras ready to kick things off at the 40-yard line. Mason Hammerback, Rush Millen at the 10. Vetras, he'll kick it short. West Central will recover the kick at the 47-yard line. This hit one of the Madison up men at the 45, bounced out. We'll see if the Trojans have it. This one is West Central ball. They have 2 timeouts, down 7, 38 seconds left. Who recovered it? Noah Vetras recovered it.
And Noah Vetras kicks it, and they must have noticed something that Madison wasn't going to do it. And
Noah Vetras recovered the kick. It hit number 40 or 74, Trevor Hodley, one of the up men for Madison.
You want to talk about a golden opportunity here. You can square this game all up, 2 timeouts left. Ball in Madison territory.
Terrell outright, Johansson out left. Madsen, he'll run it and he'll keep it. He'll be down at the 45, a gain of 2. West Central should use a timeout. They will. They have 1 remaining. 32 seconds left as I catch my voice back up here. A very exciting minute of football.
You need some water here?
I have a half left. I have a water in front of me. It's not mine. I don't know whose it is. I'm not going to drink it.
We might need to get you some water at half, Kriens. Otherwise, our good friend Marcus Traxler up here are going to have to fill in for the rest of the game. How exciting is this?
Use one.
This is
they only used 1 in the first quarter. No, Madison did. So West Central, it'll be a 2nd and 8 here at the 45. You talk about momentum all night long. If West Central can tie this game at 21 after being down no more than a minute ago game time by 14, the boost in the locker room would be huge.
Well, even just the boost going into the locker room, down 7 could be big too, considering what they've done. It just is going to have to be on the defensive end. They have to figure out a way. But first off here, let's see if they can cap off the half with a touchdown.
2nd and 8, Bustle in motion. Madsen, he'll go right side. This one underthrown. I don't know what was going on. It seemed like Madison was not ready at all. Either way, pass incomplete short of Terrell. It'll be a 3rd and 8 at the Madison 45 at the 29 seconds left.
Very few. Yeah, the line didn't go.
The West Central line, the left side moved a little. The right side didn't. Very confusing there. I don't know if everybody was ready for that. Coming out of the timeout. 8th third down for West Central. They've converted 3 of the first 7. Cole Terrell outright. Bustle will join them outright as well. One receiver left. Madsen will roll out right. He'll go up the middle. Dangerous pass. Dropped by Jacob Giles. If he catches that at the 25, he has a lot of room to run. A very dangerous pass. If I'm West Central, I'm putting this one in the end zone.
Yeah, that's a very dangerous throw there by Noah Madsen. He had Bustle open in the flat. I don't know why he wouldn't do it. And you want to talk about a golden opportunity missed by West Central. Huge stop, huge stand there by Madison.
Like why?
And West Central will punt it away.
Watch for the fake here.
I was just going to say, you see the fake here.
24 seconds left. It is a fake. Madsen gets it. Madsen will take it. No, this will be Cole Terrell. He'll lose a tackler. First down, West Central. He was stopped behind the line.
There's a flag.
Flag on the play. Tackled by Nordling. We'll see if this was an illegal formation. They had 3 guys going in motion. The punter included in that.
Oh, it looked like they were set and everything.
It looked like they were set because Terrell, he was playing the quarterback position. It looked like he was stopped. He got a gain of 10 on the play up to the 35-yard line. It would have been 1st and 10. But we said watch for the fake. Very creative play call. Illegal shift. They had 3 men going from the backfield, including the punter, all the way to the left. Nobody saw Terrell get the ball under center.
The entire stadium here, you didn't even hear Madison fans clap about that penalty. I think they're all kind of stunned, too, that there was even a penalty called for illegal motion. Looked like West Central was set. They have pulled out every single thing that they can think of here in this first half.
Vetras, he'll punt it at the 40. Nordling, he'll take it at his 20. This one stopped. Gain of 0. Number 21, Cole Becker on the stop. So, and it very exciting. Final 3 minutes here. You've had both teams score once. A fake punt, an onside kick that West Central kind of tripped into. And but it will be, with 12 seconds left, Madison ball.
Yeah, and this last 3 minutes has had what an entire game sometimes has in terms of the big plays, momentum shifts, everything like that. Trickery. And Madison will just take a knee, go in, regroup. They're up 21-14. And if the second half is anything as entertaining as the first half, you will have no voice by the end of this one.
If you're listening, let people know. Tune in to SiouxEmpireSports.com. It appears we have a fantastic football game on our hands. The 11A state title between number 1 Madison and, in the polls, number 2 West Central. Madison leads West Central 21-14 in a very entertaining half of football. We will take a break and come back with stats and a recap of the first half right here on SiouxEmpireSports.com.
Come on into the sunshine.
Small town living, it's great. Neighbors help each other. You get to know people by name, and when you do business at a small town store, you know that you're supporting local jobs. And those businesses support the community with their sales tax dollars and by giving back to local events and community groups. Sunshine Foods in Hartford is happy to be part of a small town, and they're proud supporters of the West Central Trojans. When you need groceries, butcher fresh meat, garden fresh produce, or even flowers for a loved one, Sunshine Foods is here for you with convenient hours from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. every day. Learn more at your local Sunshine Food store at sunshinefoodshartford.com.
Travis Kriens, Nathan Stacken will bring in Marcus Traxler of the Collegian of the Argus Leader here in a bit. But a very exciting first half here from Vermilion. Madison leads West Central 21-14. Madison got the scoring going there in the first quarter. Both teams had a pair of 3-and-outs. But Jacob Giles, a short pass to Rush Millen. It was a pass of about 3 yards. Millen ran the other 60 to put Madison up 6-0. 2 plays, 84-yard drive, took a whole 31 seconds. That put Madison up 6-0, missed extra point. West Central would answer on their next drive. An 8-play, 62-yard drive took just under 4 minutes to complete. It was capped by a 25-yard touchdown by Cole Terrell. West Central led 7-6 after 1. In the second quarter, Jacob Giles, quarterback keeper left side, from 16 yards out. They went for 2. Giles kept it. He went up the middle. That put the Bulldogs up 14-7. Madison would score yet again, put up the longest drive of the game for either team. An 11-play, 70-yard drive. Just under 6 minutes, put the Bulldogs up 21-7 with only 2.5 minutes to go in the half. But West Central put together a drive capped by a Jace Hanish 20-yard touchdown pass to Cody Bussell right side. Double pass, Matson behind the line of scrimmage, right side to Hanish. Hanish found a wide open Bussell in the back of the end zone. That made it 21-14. But West Central, intended or not, got the ball right back after the kickoff hit one of the up men. West Central, a unbelievable opportunity. They're headed 1st and 10 at the Madison 45 with 40 seconds left. Did not reconnect, but the big play on that last drive was that fake punt. It went for 10 yards, but it was called back because of an illegal shift.
Now we still don't know if it happened or not. Again, that's a backbreaker for West Central. They're fortunate to be only down 7-0 down by only 7 at half. They pulled out the bag of tricks in this first half, and it's worked fairly well. We've seen Hanish do it twice. He has 20 yards and a touchdown. Meanwhile, Noah Matson 3 for 10, 16 yards. He was very effective on that second to last drive for West Central, rolling out to his right, finding his receivers. Thought that was very good of him. In terms of the rushing. Coltero leads the team, 8 rushes, 61 yards, and a touchdown. Madison is being very effective on the ground, 6 carries, 44 yards. Cody Bussell, 9 rushes, 31 yards. Cody Miller has added 4 for 12 yards. As for Madison, 9 carries, 42 yards for Rush Millen. He has a touchdown. Jacob Giles, 4 carries, 19 yards. He had a 16-yard touchdown scamper, but he's been doing it more with his arm. Madison was doing great through the air for much of the first half before finally gaining some yards on the ground. But Giles, 6 of 7, 159 yards and a touchdown. 4 of those completions went to Preston Nordling for 89 yards. 63 on that little dump off to Rush Millen, who went the distance and did most of the damage there on the running it for 60 yards after a 3-yard completion. In terms of the total yards, 228 for Madison, 184 for West Central. 148 of the 184 yards for West Central come on the ground. Madison a little more balanced, 159 and 69. Though again, most of those yards early on were through the air. It's going to be tough. But West Central, again, we said it in the pregame, the key was going to be West Central's secondary. Would they be able to stop Madison's passing attack? So far, that has not been the case. West Central has fortunately stuck around in this game a little bit longer, especially compared to when they played in Madison when they were down 24-7 entering the fourth quarter. Trailing only by 7 here, but Madison gets the ball right away to start the second half. Have to come up with a stop.
We'll bring in Marcus Traxler. He's been with us here a couple times. He's here with us tonight in the Dakota Dome. 21-14 Madison lead. Highly anticipated game of the rematch in late September. I think everybody thinks that Madison is the favorite, but I think they expect a fairly close game as well. A very exciting first half.
Yeah, it was a very exciting first half, and it got to that point where 21-7, maybe West Central falls out of it a little bit, but they hung with it. Couple trick plays to keep them in the game, and think where we'd be if that fake punt is legal on the illegal shift.
About a little over 5 minutes to go here in the halftime show. A beautiful halftime show, would you not say?
Yeah, looking real good out there. This is interesting. West Central indoors, they take off the pads here at halftime to cool off a little, and it is maybe a little bit warm in here. So, I'll be curious to see just how well they can play defensively in the second half. Especially that Madison's going to have the ball. They need to get a stop, and to me, that's kind of where the second half sort of lies.
It's been interesting. West Central, people make fun of them. All they do is run the ball.
Sure.
So, West Central has 2 plays. One to the left, one to the right, maybe one up the middle.
Yep.
But offensively, as creative as a first half as you could come up with, you've had the fake punt. You've had Noah Matson roll out to his right to keep it sometimes, throw it others. I think you got to give Jim Utek some credit. 40 years doing the job.
Yep.
He's going deep into the playbook tonight.
I think they got most creative when they went to that Twins look, which was what opened up the double pass later in the game. But running the slot guy deep, and I think they were hitting Bussell on the curl route, hitting the outs. I think that was what sort of opened things up a little bit for them. Because you can run wing left, wing right all you want, but Madison knows that's coming. These wrinkles I like a lot from West Central. I thought once they started to sort of open things up on the outsides a little bit, I thought that helped them, sort of open things up and get back into this ball game.
I mean, what do you expect for the second half? You mentioned West Central. They need to stop on that opening Madison possession.
One thing I'll say is if it's Jacob Giles or Preston Nordling a ton here in the second half, West Central has no chance. But, I think if they can get a stop early, mount a drive, and tie the game, then I think we're at a brand new ball game. They need a stop, or they need a stop early in the third quarter to get momentum back in their hands.
Keep it a one-possession game, no more than 2.
Yeah, I think if you get to a 2-possession game, late third quarter, they're going to be in tough shape.
21-14, Madison leads over West Central. We'll take our final break. We'll replay the pregame thoughts of head coach Kent Mueller, and after that will be the second half of the very exciting 11A title game here between Madison and West Central on SiouxEmpireSports.com.
West Central. We had, Del Rapids semifinal game, and I believe it was 0-10, 4-point game, comes down to the end. We lose that one, but Yeah, there was a lot of emotion the other night down there.
Well, that touchdown pass that got called back, 50 yards. Was there a moment where you thought, that was it?
Well, I've done this a long time, and I'm a firm believer in, she isn't over till she's over, and Murphy's Law, and all those things, and so, was I surprised to see the flag? I think I'd be lying if I said I wasn't, because that took a tremendous amount of courage on that official's part to make that call. If you look the way the fourth quarter was called, though, in general, it went with the whole kind of, there were hardly any flags the first three. And then the fourth quarter, there were
quite a few.
There were more than quite a few. We had 60 yards of penalties in the fourth quarter. So, you know what, that maybe they were trying to keep control of the game. There are a lot of things you could say, you don't know. Took some courage for him to call. Was it a bad call? No. You can go on tape and look. You make up your own mind. But from the angle he had and where he was at, it was the way it should have been called. Now, here's our takeaway from that game. Why would you ever put yourself in a position where you got to count on a call from an official to either bail you out or make it a chance for you to win a ball game? We had ample opportunity that game to separate from Hot Springs to, honestly, we should be a 3 touchdown difference in that game. Fumbles, penalties on the screen, so there's a lot of things that you can point to. Didn't travel particularly well, not that the kids were bad or anything, but our performance kind of looked like we'd been on a bus all day. And then we got there early and laid around some more, and I'm not making excuses. Hot Springs did us a tremendous favor by reminding us how important that game is to get to this one.
Fumbles have been an issue, seems like the last 4 games. How do you correct it? What do you tell them besides hang on to the ball?
Well, you don't want to oversimplify, but it might be as simple as that. Some of those fumbles are kids just running so hard and reaching out and trying to get that extra yard. And so, that in itself can be problemsome, because if the ground causes a fumble, it's not a fumble, but you're not always going to get that benefit of that call. So some of it was just actually Hot Springs tackling the football. But you know what? You remind them, you practice, and we talk about practice, and you guys see what happens.
You made some defensive changes about halfway through the year. How does that affect this game here, considering that happened after you played Madison the first time?
Well, I honestly think we're better. What we're doing is a little simpler, which isn't a bad thing. I mean, I think it allows our kids to play with a tremendous confidence and play very, very fast. And that is provided they do all the reads they need to do. But, I like the way we match up. They maybe have a little size on us, not a ton. I like our depth. And it's a great challenge. I mean, they have a great offensive team, lots of weapons. They spread you, and so you have to defend the whole field and a lot of different guys.
You've been here 14 times. This is their first time. Is it all a mental type of thing? Just they don't know what this is like before?
There's some truth to that. There's, our seniors were here, sophomores, and obviously all of these guys made numerous trips during that, and granted they were very young, but it is a mental thing at this point. To get here, you have to have a team that's pretty good football players and pretty good football team. Now it comes down to, can you eliminate mistakes? Noise is an issue. Heat is an issue. Surface is an issue. The distractions of your first state title or 14th state title. I mean, those are all issues that you have to deal with. And you're talking about 16, 17, 18-year-old kids. And, so sometimes we see.
20th anniversary of the winter game back in '93, the first state title. A classic game by anybody that saw it. Your memories of that game?
I was a lot younger. I had been fortunate enough in '88 to have been part of the O'Gorman staff the year they beat Pierre here. So I had that experience as an assistant coach. I remember coming to West Central in '90 and being oh so close, and then finally getting to that game, and then no one giving us a chance, and then working to get to that third overtime, and John Paul's touchdown, and the the crazy realization that you need to enjoy that and savor every moment of that experience from start to finish, because there's no guarantee you ever get to do it again. And now 20 years later, this is our 14th trip. So obviously we like the feeling. I think it just shows how big a part of West Central football is. And I told the kids I'm as nervous as they are. I guess when that feeling leaves, then it's time for me to find a different job. But right now, I'm just as excited as the kids are. And I just, looking at that clock, we need to be getting ready here pretty quick.
Good luck tonight, and we appreciate you spending a few minutes
thanks
every
for this
game
whole
with us.
Season. It's been awesome.
Right. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Vetras, he'll kick it deep to Nordling at the 6. Up to the 15-20 up the middle. Good return down at the 29. Return of 23 yards there for Madison. Seth Titus in on the tackle. 1st and 10, Bulldogs at their 30. They lead West Central 21-14. Travis Kriens, Nathan Sacken here with you. We appreciate you listening all season long here on SiouxEmpireSports.com.
I can't tell you how critical this opening drive of the third quarter is, really, for both teams. If Madison scores here, again, it puts West Central in a very hole, and if West Central can stop them, chance to tie and gain momentum.
One receiver left, one receiver right. They'll go to Millen. Again, looks to be a false start on the Madison offense. It appears they started the first half this way with a false start. So they will do the same here. It's interesting. They've gone to this one receiver left, one receiver right look. And when they've done that, it's been Millen up the middle. Their last 5 plays of the first half was Millen up the middle. They scored. The West Central should key in on that, but still be aware of Nordling out here wide left.
Yeah, I would. I think that West Central would key in on that and say, okay, yeah, we need to stop Millen if they see that formation again.
Now they're going 5 wide. Giles has kept this ball in the pass out of this formation. 3 to the right. The quick pass here to Nordling at the 25. Gets a block to the 30 at the 35. He'll be 2 yards short of the first down. Gain of 8. 88, Riley Schreider in on the tackle.
It's a nice job there. Gain 13 yards on that completion there. Preston Nordling, he does it again. Over 100 yards receiving now. You got to be able to
play up
body on. Yeah, play the little man-to-man, play closer. But now we are seeing it here on this next play.
3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Schrader on. They go up the middle to Millen. He'll be stopped. No, Giles, he'll keep it. He'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage. Never tackled. West Central pushes him way back to the 30. Swartzwart Bowl on the tackle. So it'll be a 3rd and short here for Madison. Lead only a yard or 2.
Good job watching there, not biting into the fake. Stopping Giles there. 3rd and short. See what West Central can do defensively. I would anticipate run here, but they could try and fake with the pass.
3rd and 1, West Central up on that line. They did not jump. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right, 2 in the backfield. That's Gesso and Millen. Alongside the quarterback, Giles. West Central, they're biting at the line. Timeout here, Madison. Let a lot of time run off that play clock. And West Central, they're biting on that run. Use a timeout early here in the first half. We'll see. Or in the second half, we'll see if it comes into play late in this game. But here, it's a 3rd and 1. You got to play run, don't you?
You do, but you also can't buy solely into the run and watch for a fake and then have Nordling go either on a slant or a fly deep down the field. That could really burn West Central. Nordling already has 102 yards in this game. Yet, really all options are on the table right here. You can easily see doing some play action here from Madison, or just pound it away with Millen.
2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Madison has it 3rd and 1 at their own 39. 10.5 minutes left here, 3rd quarter. 11-8 title game, Vermilion, South Dakota. Giles under center, Millen in the backfield. They'll give it up to middle. Millen did not get a yard. Voigt and Matt Johansson on the stop. It was just a simple run up the middle. They lose a yard. 4th and 2.
Big time stop there by West Central. Getting into the backfield. Millen had no chance there.
They're looking to go for it here on 4th down. If I'm West Central, do not jump off sides. 4th and 1 at their own 39. The crowd gets into it here in Vermilion.
And they brought in number 46, Blake
Giles. He'll take it. He will get very close to the first down. It appears he is short. Tell me if you heard this one before. There's going to be a measurement on the play here. We'll see.
First down. Oh.
On a play where you would assume they would measure it, no. But Giles very close there. Gutsy call by Max Hodgen.
Yeah, because you're deep in your own territory if you don't pick up that first down there. Maybe he knows West Central's offense starting to pick it up a little bit, try and keep his offense on the field.
Too close for my comfort if I'm a Madison fan. 2 receivers set, 1 right, 1 left. They'll go to Millen off of left tackle down. Gain of 0. Cody Miller on the tackle.
That's a beautiful job there by Miller because it looked like he was the only thing stopping Millen from getting 5 yards, and he hangs on there, brings him down. Gain of maybe a half yard there.
Are you surprised Madison has not gone through the air? They've kept it on the ground here.
Oh, you just wait.
3 of their first 4 players.
They'll call their pass play
I'm waiting
here.
for it. Let's go. 2nd and 10 at their 40. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. That's Nordling. Giles, he runs left side. Pressure. Sideline nearly caught. If it is, it's a first down. It is first down at midfield by number 14, Preston Nordling.
A good job there by West Central getting pressure, but an even better job by Nordling to come back to the ball. It comes back, curl, nice job getting right to the sticks, picking up that first down. Giles, the accurate throw there. He and Nordling are in sync.
Madison 1st and 10 at the West Central side of the field at the 49. 3 receivers right, 2 to the left.
6 catches, 112 yards for Nordling on the night.
Nordling off to the left. Nobody in the backfield with Giles. He's in the shotgun. West Central, they will rush 3. Quick pass right side caught by Williams. He goes to the 45-40. Again, near the first down. Gain of 10. Madison going back to the air. I don't know why they would stop.
No, and again, you see Hemmer wide open right there on a little swing pass. If you're West Central, you have got to find him and get him down. That's just way too much open field.
9 of 10 passing for Jacob Giles, 193 yards on the night. 1st and 10, Madison at the West Central 39. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Millen in the backfield. Millen, they'll go up the middle. Stop by West Central. Gain of 0. Initial stop made by West Central. First contact was Swartz out. Second and we'll call it 9.
Millen's tough to bring down. It looked like that was no gain there. Somehow, maybe even a loss of 1. Somehow he's able to pick up a yard.
Seems like West Central stopped the running game thus far in the second half.
Thus
far.
To
stop something.
Yep. But the way Giles is in sync right now, 9 of 10, it's very difficult for West Central's secondary here. They've got to make a play.
8 minutes left. Giles up the middle again on a 2nd and 10. John Blue, there's that man, lost a 1. 3rd and 10, you can hear the crowd. They're not booing. They're blueing.
A nice job there, Millen. No place to go. You're absolutely right. They have
I apologize. I apologize.
The run.
That was bad.
I like it though. That's a Nathan Stacken pun right there.
As I said, 3rd and 10 here at the West Central 39.
People just have to buy into the comedy.
Absolutely.
Buy into it.
2 receivers right, Nordling off to the left. Shotgun formation. Giles looks right. West Central sack. John Blue. They'll be forced to punt. 4th and 16 at the West Central 46.
Great coverage downfield, and John Blue makes an incredible play. Cody Miller came in as well. Again, an excellent job. That time the secondary didn't do anything. I would expect that Madison's going to punt it here. It won't pull out any fakes.
You have Cole Terrell and Cole Becker at their own 17-yard line. We'll see if special teams comes into play here. You have Unterbrunner, the punter. This one headed towards Cole Terrell. He'll take it. He'll let it bounce very smartly at the 7-yard line. Terrell punted a fumble at Hot Springs on Saturday. West Central, they'll have 93 yards to go to tie this game, but it took them 5.5 minutes. They got to stop. They're only down 7.
They did, and that was very close to Terrell coming out. That was close to Terrell touching that ball. That would have been a huge mistake for West Central. Fortunately, he didn't, but they are deep inside the 10.
West Central ball, 1st and 10 at their 7. We'll take a break. Madison leads the Trojans 21-14. 6 minutes, 30 seconds left here in the third quarter. The 11A state title game here on SiouxEmpireSports.com. Everybody from West Central leave a bit early.
They did. It's going to be false start, and it's going to push them back half the distance to the goal.
1st and 14 now at the 4-yard line for West Central. We saw Madison start each half with that same penalty. West Central gets into the act here. So, 3 of the first 4 plays of each half have been false starts by each team. West Central, same formation. They go double wing in the backfield with Hanisch wide out right. They'll give it this time up the middle to Cody Bussell. Nothing doing, maybe a gain of 1. Johnny Monroe, 43, in on the tackle, a junior. You want to see West Central go to that, roll the quarterback outright.
I do. I think you have to do that here when you're deep in your own territory. It was working on the first half on that second to last drive that they scored the touchdown on. Need to figure out a way to get out of the back of your own end zone. Otherwise, Madison's going to have the ball with excellent field position.
They'll flip the formation. Hanisch out wide left. They'll give it to Terrell up the middle. He'll get a gain of 2 up near the original line of scrimmage up to the 8. So it'll be a 3rd and 10. Tyler Curry in on the tackle. 3rd and 10 passing situation here for West Central.
Yep, and do you roll Madison out right like you've done throughout part of the game? Let him either throw it or run it if the gap is there. I have to think that's the play call that West Central called.
No turnovers as of yet. You need to be careful with the ball.
You just jinxed
2
them.
Receivers to the right. Madsen, he'll roll out right. Pass complete to Terrell. He'll catch it at the 15. Tackle there. They'll be 3 yards short of the first down. Jacob Giles in on the stop. West Central on to punt.
But they got out of the back of their own end zone, and that's key here. It'll be 4th and 3. That pass was nearly intercepted. Somehow it found its way to Terrell, but West Central will be forced to punt.
Preston Nordling, the punt returner for Madison, back it is at the West Central 47. High snap. Vetras has it at the 5. Nice end over end punt. Nordling, fair catch at the West Central 49. So West Central can do nothing with the ball offensively after a stop. West Central got the stop they needed, but did not take advantage. Still down 21-14 to Madison. 4 minutes, 43 seconds left here in the third quarter. This is kind of the same way the first half started. Both teams had the ball, ended up punting. Then Madison, they go on to lead 6-0.
Yeah, yes they did. And with the ball at the 49, again, it's up to West Central's defense to force a stop here.
2 receivers right, Nordling to the left. Giles, shotgun, he's looking right. This one complete at the 45. First down, Madison. Pass complete to the 13-yard line. Carter Kasuki on the catch.
I'm a little surprised that he's that wide open. I mean,
they are playing off of their receivers quite a bit.
Yeah, I think you have to do a little more bump and run.
Nordling, they're right in his face. These other guys, they're giving them about a 7-8 yard cushion.
I would think you should start giving them maybe a 2-yard cushion. Otherwise, Jacob Giles is just going to be there all day.
1st and 10 at the West Central 36 for Madison. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Millen up the middle. He'll struggle, maybe a gain of 1. West Central has done an outstanding job on Rush Millen. Millen on the game, 14 carries for 45 yards. he had 100 the first time they met in the first half.
Yeah, and he almost broke it free there. Good job by the defensive line, kind of holding him in. Cody Miller finishing him off.
There'll be a 2nd and 10 here for Madison as they flip the formation. Again, looking to the sideline for the play. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. They're giving some Nordling some space here on the bottom left side. Madison moving from right to left. Shotgun, snap, quick pass to Nordling, caught at the 36, tackled by Swartzwout at the 33. Nice play there, gain of only 4. But it seems like Madison is very smart. They see whoever is playing off the receivers. Quick pass, pick up 4 or 5 yards.
Yep, and you just got to get 4 or 5 yards of play will do just fine. There, a nice job by Swartwout as Nordling came in, met head on right there by Swartwout. Nowhere for him to go. Big 3rd down here.
3rd and 6 for Madison. Possible 4-down territory at the West Central 36. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Millen in the backfield, Giles in the shotgun. Penalty on the play. It looks like the Bulldogs will be doing some stepping 5 yards that way.
Have we seen more penalties in this game than in any other game we've done this year, which is a little surprising given the fact that this is the championship game and both of these teams are as good as they are.
They've been false starts. You've had about a half dozen false starts. Illegal snap on that one. This is the 5th time for Madison, a penalty before the ball was snapped, and West Central's had it once. 6 penalties here on Madison. So again, 3rd and 6 becomes 3rd and 11 at the West Central 37. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Millen in the backfield, man in motion. Nordling faked the handoff. Giles looking for the screen. This one incomplete. Decision time. Miller on the coverage. Decision time, 4th and 11 at the 37. What do you do?
I think you punt it if you're Madison. Try and pin West Central deep. Excellent job by the defensive line to get pressure there on Giles, and for Miller to know that Millen was going to get on that screen pass. Simply nowhere for Giles to complete it to Millen. That would have been a 1st down.
2 minutes, 44 seconds left, 3rd quarter. No points here in the second half. 21-14 Madison lead. West Central has all 11 men up at the line. Terrell, and he might come back here. No, everybody will try to block the kick. This one will bounce at the 10, at the 5, and will go into the end zone. So a good play there by West Central. No return man. The ball is in the end zone. They'll start 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. Very aggressive play there by West Central, going for the punt block.
I think that's a smart idea, though. If you do a fair catch at the 5, what's it going to do? You got to try and get pressure on the punter there. Maybe get a block, but they were smart and didn't get a penalty that would have given Madison the 1st down. Now 1st and 10 at the 20.
Jace Hanisch, wide left, Terrell in motion. They give it to Terrell left side, has some blockers, cuts it up the middle to the 24-yard line, gain of 4 on 1st down. Johnny Monroe, who else? In on the stop. Time of possession's kind of evened up here with Madison controlling the ball 3rd quarter.
And Tyler Curry was the one who was getting most of the tackles in the 1st half. Now, since then, Johnny Monroe really picking up the slack for the Madison defense. 5 tackles for him on the night.
Receiver outright, that's Hanisch. Terrell in motion, they'll give it up the middle to Bussell. 1st down at the 30 to the 35 to the 40. At midfield, one of the best runs for West Central all night long. Bussell, 24 yards, 1st down, West Central.
And Rush Millen saves a touchdown for Madison. If Bussell gets by him, that's a touchdown. Millen gets him by the shoestring. 25-yard carry. Close to midfield here. Bussell, 11 carries, 57 yards on the night. Huge run there for the Trojans to get that 1st down.
1st and 10 at their own 49. Receiver right. They'll give it up the middle to Miller. 1st down. He's carrying, man. Nobody can get him down at the 40-yard line. Everybody pick a number. Get on the Cody Miller train. 3 guys could not bring Miller down. 1st down, West Central, gain of 12.
What's even more impressive, besides Miller going down, is that he was able to hang on for the football because Madison was going for that strip.
They were.
We have talked about
Jacob Giles.
How fumbles have plagued this team the last 4 weeks. Good job by Miller.
1st and 10, West Central at the Madison 40. Pass right side. This one complete to Jace Hanisch, right side, a gain of 6. A pass was a little off. Good catch.
That was an incredible catch by Jace Hanisch there. He reached back and was able to pull up. That is just an incredible catch there for Hanisch, who now has 2 receptions for 12 yards.
2nd and 4, West Central and Madison territory. Up the middle, Bustle, gain of 2. Up to the 32-yard line. That'll set up a 3rd and 2. 50 seconds left here in the quarter. Steffen in on the tackle.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. This is 4 down territory for West Central. 2 yards to go. You would think they'll be able to get it. It's been a fast-moving 3rd quarter.
Nobody to score as of yet. Each team's had the ball twice. Madison, they've punted. West Central punted the first time. Double wing formation, 3rd and 2 up the middle. Miller, first down, West Central. And that may be the final play here of the first quarter, or the 3rd quarter with 24 seconds left. Unterbrunner, Curry, your duo on the tackle. A lot of excitement in that first half. It's setting up. It's brewing. I smell something. I smell a good finish. That's what I smell.
We have 4 more games left, 4 more state championships left. It's going to be very tough to top this one, though, from what we've seen through 3 quarters and what we should expect in a
First and 8,
quarter.
West Central at the Madison 28. Matson, he'll keep it himself. Gain of 0. That was a busted play. Should have been a run. Cody Bustle tripped.
Yeah, yep, I was just going to say Bustle was going in there, and that totally made the play a busted play. Matson was able to pick up a yard, if that. That sets up the end of the 3rd quarter. We will head to the 4th quarter. No scoring in the 3rd quarter. It's setting up for a magnificent finish here at the Dakota Dome in the Class 11A State Championship, with Madison up 21-14 over the West Central Trojans here on SiouxEmpireSports.com.
Let's talk about A1. No, not the steak sauce. Even better. A1 Electric, plumbing, heat, and air. We handle any of your new builds or household hiccups, and we're proud to...
4th quarter underway. 2nd and 10 for the Trojans at the Madison 28. Receiver left, man in motion. They'll give it up the middle to Miller. A good carry past the 20. First down at the 15-yard line. A gain of 13. If Madison was graded on how well they're stopping Miller these past 2 plays, you give him an F.
Yeah, definitely. Cody Miller, who has been seldom used in a few games this season, has definitely
come up big
here on this current drive.
Minute 45 left. West Central 1st and 10 at the 15. They're knocking on the doorstep. Hanisch outright. They give it to Terrell. Left side looking for his blockers. 10, 5, touchdown Cole Terrell for the 2nd time tonight. He scores left side. 21-20 Madison.
He ducked underneath a Madison defender, it looked like, just waiting for his blockers to open up.
Patience is what they call it.
That's exactly right. Along the left side there, scores his 2nd touchdown of the night. This one a 15-yard run, 11 carries, 83 yards, 2 touchdowns, and this is a pivotal extra point here.
Beatrice on for the extra point, up and good. 11:35 left in the 11A state title game. Madison, the number 1 team. Trojans, the number 2. It's been building for 2 months. We thought we'd see a classic. It's turned into just that.
Absolutely, and it caps off the Terrell run, 9-play, 80-yard drive, 3 minutes, 2 seconds off the clock. 21-21, state championship on the line. Can it get any better than this?
37 carries for West Central, 225 yards.
Yeah, they're just continuing to go, and they're wearing Madison down. It's an average of 6 yards per carry. They are wearing Madison down as this game goes on. Madison needs to figure out a way to stop that offense. But right now, again, West Central has the momentum, has the rhythm in this game. Each time they've scored, Madison has answered. So can Madison regain the momentum here? West Central defense played a lot better here in this 2nd half so far. We'll see how they do on this next series here.
Rush Millen, Mason Hammer returns this one. Beatrice the kickoff for West Central. This one, will it go out of bounds? It will. 35-yard line here for Madison. Good field position. Not what West Central wanted. Some stats here through the third quarter. Jacob Giles, quarterback for the Bulldogs, 11 of 13, 208 yards, 1 touchdown. Preston Nordling, 7 catches, 115 yards. For West Central, Noah Matson, he's 5 of 12 for 30 yards. Jace Hanish, 1 for 2, 20-yard touchdown pass late second quarter to Cody Bussell. First and 10 here, Madison at the 35. 11 and a half minutes left to go in the ball game. We are all tied up at 21 apiece. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Giles, he has Millen in the backfield. What good? Going deep left side for Nordling. This one incomplete. Cole Becker on the coverage.
That was a tremendous job by Becker. 1 to stay with Nordling, 2 to look back when the ball was there, get his hand in there, deflect it. An excellent job. The pressure was on Giles again. He was able to get rid of it. That's the 3rd incompletion tonight for him. Nordling's made some phenomenal catches here in this game and throughout the entire year. That was close. An excellent job there by Cole Becker.
Pass was deep left side for 30 yards, incomplete. 3 receivers right, 2 to the left. 2nd and 10 for the Bulldogs at their own 35. Giles in the shotgun. West Central rushes 3. He's looking. Rolling out to his left. A pump fake. He's going to run. He's at the 30 to the 40. Across midfield to the 40. A gain of 20 yards there for Giles.
And Cole Becker had to come back and guard the wide receiver who was going downfield. That's a gain of 25 yards on that scamper there by Giles. Again, broke containment, just kept moving his feet, and a big first down for Madison to get into West Central territory, maybe gather some of this momentum back.
1st and 10 at the West Central 40. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Looks like a running formation with Gusso and Millen in the backfield. They'll pass. Giles, he'll keep it and run left side to the 40, down at the 36-yard line. Could have been a lot worse. Only a gain of 4. Siebert in on the tackle.
Blue and Siebert, John Blue, Siebert go in on the tackle there. That was nice. It looked like Giles had a big lane to run in, and a good job of limiting him to just 4 yards.
10 minutes, 45 seconds left in the ball game. West Central 21, Madison 21. 2nd and 6 for the Bulldogs at the West Central 36. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Nordling off left. They're playing up on him. Giles, he'll give it to Millen up the middle. West Central stops him again. Only a gain of 3. That'll set up a 3rd and 3 for Madison. Siebert and Swartz out.
Hey, Swartz out, lights out. I
mean,
boom! Very well tonight, making a ton of tackles. Rush Millen, apart from the 1 long touchdown run, hasn't had anything going.
3 of 7 on 3rd downs for Madison. 2 receivers right, 1 left, 3rd and 3. From the 33, Giles, he'll go. West Central pressure. This one, picked off at the 40-yard line. Right in. Swartz out. A terrible decision by Jacob Giles. They had pressure right in his face.
That was you're absolutely right. That was his first bad decision of the game. Ryan Miller had him in his grasp.
Cody Miller.
Cody Miller. He tried to get rid of that. And that
was the first turnover of the night, not counting downs. So West Central's in the catbird seat. Tied at 21, 10 minutes left. 1st and 10 at their own 40. The crowd's getting into it. Bussell in motion. They'll give it up the middle to Cole Terrell. He'll keep the ball. Do not fumble the ball at this point. Gain of 4 up to the 44.
And then, just going back to that interception there as Dustin Northrup made the tackle. But when you are playing in your first state championship game, you're going to perhaps make some of these passes like that. There's a lot of pressure on the line for a school that's never been to the Dome before. And there is just a bad decision by Giles. He knows better than that. You could see the frustration as he walked off the sideline.
2nd and 7. They'll give it to Bussell right side. He's got the first down past midfield. Out of bounds. Hop, jump, and a skip. 10-yard gain, 1st and 10 West Central at the Madison 47.
And Tyler Curry was the one, I think, who kind of forced him out. Schubert forced him out. Tyler Curry was there as well. He's getting up, limping a little bit here. I don't know if it's a cramp or whatnot. It is a fairly warm night here in the Dome. but you can see West Central imposing their will right now on the Madison defense in the ground
10,
game.
Madison 47, receiver out right. They'll run it left side here. Bustle stopped, loss of 1 on the play. Number 43, Johnny Monroe, in on the stop.
Of course, as I say that West Central imposes their will, then they lose a yard. But it's been that way for much of the second half and going back to the first half as well. Right now, West Central is doing an excellent job on the ground. They have seized momentum in this game.
21-21 tie, 8:45 left in the fourth quarter. West Central ball. 2nd and 11 at the Madison 48. Hanish out right, double wing formation. Cole Terrell, they'll give it up the middle to Cody Miller. He'll get 0. Again, Madison in on the stop. Unterbrunner, 3rd and 11.
That was, again, you fake the end around to Terrell, give it right up to Miller right up the gut. That worked on the last drive. He was very good, had a couple of nice long runs. There, Madison was ready for it. How big of a third down is this?
The biggest of the game. This is the biggest play of the game thus far. 3rd and 11. 4 of 10 on 3rd down. Hanish out wide left. 3 in the backfield. Matson under center. 3rd and 11. Terrell in motion. Roll out left. Looking down the field. Matson. He'll keep it. He was past the line of scrimmage. They will not call the penalty. He was at the 47. He threw it. I mean, that is as simple as a call as you can get. Pass incomplete at the 40. Madison head coach Max Hodgins wanted the call. Should have been made. Vetras on the punt. West Central had a chance to take the lead. Did not.
Big stand there by the Madison defense.
Vetras with the punt in his 45 to Nordling. This one he'll let it bounce at the 25. This one will get a nice West Central bounce out of bounds at the 14-yard line. Madison will have nearly the length of the field to go. Tied at 21, 7:50 left.
Do you think we're destined for overtime?
If you know me, I'm a huge fan of overtime. I mentioned the head coach Kent Mueller in our pregame talk. 20th anniversary of the 93 game versus Winter. That was a 3 overtime classic. West Central won that one 13-7.
So they were a winner, not winner.
Winter lost.
Winner's the loser.
The winner was West Central. Madison here tied at 21. 1st and 10 at their own 14. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Millen in the backfield. Giles in the shotgun. They'll give it up the middle. Millen. He'll squeak by a gain of 5 up to the 19-yard line, his best run in quite some time.
I don't know how he was able to kind of squeeze through there, pick up 5 yards. Looked like the Trojans had him right dead in the backfield. Good job there by Millen to pick up positive yards and make it 2nd and 5.
A big long drive will go a long way to winning this ball game for Madison. First appearance in the state title game. 2nd and 5 at their 20. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Up the middle, Millen stuck. John Blue, gain of 1.
Millen's impact, apart from the 63-yard touchdown reception he had, has been really nullified compared to what he did in the first matchup between these two teams. Remember, he also missed the fourth quarter in their first matchup. He's in there this time, but he has not been the same guy that we saw in that game down in Madison earlier in the year.
3rd and a long 2 for Madison at their own 22. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Millen in the backfield, Giles in the shotgun. West Central, they'll run the ball. Millen, short. John Blue with the stop. Madison will be forced to punt.
If you look at that offensive possession there, they had 3 wide receivers on the right, and they're 3 of 9 on 3rd down now. But 3 wide receivers on the right, and there were only 2 West Central guys back there. That you throw a little swing pass like they've done much of the night. You pick up that first down. I question that play calling there, and Madison forced the punt.
7 tackles for John Blue. Becker and Terrell at their 50, awaiting the punt. Fake punt, 20. They will convert on the fake punt, caught by Millen at the 35. Across midfield, there is a penalty on the play, but an outstanding fake punt there by Madison caught West Central napping.
Yes, it's just like West Central had the fake punt in the first half. Madison does it here. There's going to be a flag. It's going to push it back a little bit, I think, but still will be a first down for Madison.
Huge play.
Wow.
Jacob Giles This penalty will be against Madison, but it came down the field. It will be first down Madison. We'll see where they spot the ball. But again, Rush Millen hasn't done much tonight, but the two plays he's had a huge impact on, he's been terrific. Millen on the night, 18 carries, 57 yards, but he does have one catch for 63 and a touchdown. And that one went for about 30. Holding on the offense, so it'll be a new set of downs here for the Bulldogs. 1st and 10 at their own 39. West Central had a chance, get the ball, score, win the game. They'll have to come up with another stop. They've shut out Madison thus far here tonight in the second half.
26 on that play there. Big pass to Millen. 5 wide here.
3 receivers right, 1 left. Jacobs, quick pass, or Giles, quick pass. This one over the hands of Nordling. Nordling's only 5'9". Giles, we've seen him be very accurate. That one was not one of them.
That could have been, if Terrell's looking at that ball, that's a pick 6. I think he could have made that play. He was going for the hit. That wouldn't have gotten very much even had Nordling caught it. But if Terrell looks for it, it's a touchdown for West Central.
5 minutes, 40 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. West Central, Madison tied at 21, 11-8 state title game. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Giles, shotgun, he'll go up the middle. No, he'll keep it. West Central, broken tackle. Braden Swartzwout makes the tackle, gain of 4.
Yeah, good job there. It looked like Millen had it. West Central, though, had a spy on Giles. Good job there. Swartzwout again, making the tackle.
Another, again, 5.5 minutes left. A huge third down. 3 of 9 on third down for Madison. Passing situation. 5 receivers set. 3 on the left, 2 on the right. They're moving from left to right across the field. At the 44, Giles looks towards his right. Pass, this one incomplete, intended for number 6, Heath Williams. He tripped at the 48.
He tripped,
would have been a first down.
But that wasn't going to get to him. That pass skipped. It wouldn't have mattered had he skipped. Yeah, Giles, after that 9 for 10 start, really has cooled off. He's now 12 of 18. 234 yards passing. That's not too shabby.
Let's try this again if you're West Central.
Watch
Cole Becker is back. Cole Terrell is not. They're looking for the fake this time. 5 minutes left. 21 tie. Curry punts this one. Flag on the play. False start on the play. That'll move Madison back again.
Offsides against West Central. That
will not be enough.
Terrible
but it's
idea,
4th and 1.
Because now you just give Madison a chance to decide to go for it. They're 2 for 2 on 4th down. 1 yard away. Why would Swartwout even do that?
Hard to say. So it'll be 4th and 1 at the 49. They're going to go for it.
That is a killer penalty.
Again, do not jump off sides. 5 minutes left. Ball at midfield. Again, some miscommunication here for Madison. They're not quite ready. 2 receivers set. 1 to the left, 1 to the right. Giles, Gusso, Millen in the backfield. 4th and 1, 5 minutes left. Running opportunity here near midfield. This one up the middle, Millen. It will be very close. Initial reaction, he did not get it. And on the stop, number 48, Justin Bull. It appears he is short. We should get a measurement. He needs exactly the 49.
Love it.
There will be a measurement. A huge measurement. It appears he is just short.
I think he's a couple of lengths short. That would be a huge stand there.
You're going to hear a lot of people yell. It's just a matter of if they're wearing maroon or if they're wearing blue. They're going to... chains are in. He is short. West Central gets the ball. They turn Madison over on downs. He's half a ball short. 5 minutes left. 48 yards to go. West Central, Madison tied at 20
by that much. That is a huge 4th down stop, and it means that for right now, Braden Swartwout is not the GOAT of the game.
Timeout, media timeout. We'll take 1 too, because this could be the last one of the game. Left game tied at 21. West Central 1st and 10 at the Madison 49. They'll pitch it to Bustle left side. Loss of 4. Preston Nordling in on the stop.
Ever since that really long run on that first drive there, I believe it was by Terrell on the previous drive, the last 4 rushes, very good job by the Madison defense. They have stopped them dead in their tracks.
2nd and 14. West Central now on their own side of the field at the 47. One receiver to the right. That's Jace Hanish. Double wing formation. Matson under center. Bustle in motion. 2 receivers right. Matson rolls out to his right. Looking. Pass complete by Hanish. They'll pick up 8 yards on the play up to the 46-yard line. It'll be a 3rd and 7.
A smart play there. Smart route. Good job. Good throw by Matson. Good catch by Hanish.
Hanish, terrific job using his hands tonight to catch the ball.
Yep, and you know what? At 3rd and 7 here, a lot of the playbook's open. You can roll them out right, roll Matson out right. You can try and get someone off the ground here. A lot of plays are at their disposal here.
3rd and 7, West Central at the Madison 46. Matson gets Hanish back in tight. Double wing formation on a 3rd and 7. Bustle wide out right. Roll out Matson. He will throw deep left, right, and up the middle. This one 3 yards, overshot his intended target, Hanish. It'll be a 3rd and 7, 3.5 minutes left. Hanish was open, just overthrew him.
Yeah, again, you talk about a huge stand by the Madison defense, and that could be, all intents and purposes, the final play of the game.
West Central may not get the ball back offensively.
No.
We will see. But, however this game ends up, a tremendous job for West Central. Defense second half. Scoreless.
Yes, absolutely. But they need to do it one more time to keep Madison off the board here.
4th and 7 at the 46. Vetris will punt this one, a high punt. This one will bounce at the 25, take a West Central bounce down at the 19-yard line. West Central will down it there.
I think he wanted it probably a few more yards further than that.
4 overtime games in the history of South Dakota State high school football in the championship game. Only 1 in 11A. That was the game we mentioned before. West Central beat Winter, 20th anniversary of that game this year, 14-8 in 3 overtimes. 3 minutes, 24 seconds left here in Vermilion. Madison and West Central tied at 21. 1st and 10 at the 19 for the Bulldogs. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Man in motion. They'll pass. Giles looking up the middle. This one incomplete by Preston Nordling. He initially had it. He dropped it. Nice hit on the play. 2nd and 10.
And it was a little behind Preston Nordling, but a good hit there by Alex Voigt, using his shoulder, making sure that there's no chance for Nordling to make that catch.
It'll be 2nd and 10 for Madison at their own 19. 3 minutes, 19 seconds left in the game. West Central trailed Madison 21-14 at the half. West Central, the only team to score this half. 1 receiver off to the left, 1 receiver off to the right. Madison moving from left to right. 2 men in the backfield for Giles. He will keep it himself, roll out, going. West Central's there. Sack! John Blue, Cody Miller, Braden Swartzrout, a host of them, Justin Bull. 3rd and very long coming up.
Do they get a quarter of a sack for each of them?
Yes.
Great job there. It did look like he might have, I think it was Hemmer down the field there that it could have thrown it to, maybe picked up that 1st down, but a huge sack there. 3rd down and 15.
3 for 10. 3 for 10 on 3rd down. This is a long one. 3rd and 15 from their own 14. 2.5 minutes left.
I would play a little bit back if I'm West Central. Don't allow him to get that.
2 receivers set. 1 right, 1 left. Looking. Giles got plenty of time. He's going to roll out left. He's looking for Nordling down the sideline at the 50. Incomplete. Nice coverage again by Cole Becker. They have shut down Madison offensively. They will get the ball back.
Secondary is great. Did a great job there. There's absolutely nowhere for Giles to get that pass down to Nordling. 2:24 left. Think how much time ran off the clock there. Less than a minute. West Central will get the ball with excellent field position. They did not have to use a timeout, so they have all 3 at their disposal. This is setting up to be the game-winning drive here. They should have excellent field position.
I'm glad I wore dark pants. Punt here, Curry on the punt. Cole Becker back at his 45. Punt at the 5, low line drive. It'll bounce at the 40. Becker will take it at his 45. He's got room to the 45. Down. No gain on the play. Tackle made by number 5, Mason Hemmer. He had some room.
If he goes north-south, he picks up 5 or 6 yards on that return. By trying to cut it back, go east-west, he doesn't gain anything. And right now, with both defenses matching each other's play and intensity, eye for eye, you have to pick up the yards when you can get them. Still, excellent field position for West Central.
1st and 10 for West Central, 46 yards away from the end zone. 1st and 10. They'll give it to Madison. He'll keep it on the option, get to the 40, to the 37. Gain of 9, 2 minutes and counting. A tremendous run on first down.
No need to hurry it up here. They have plenty of time. Again, all 3 timeouts. 2nd and 1. Madison has done a phenomenal job running the football today. I think he's got what they have done. They almost have 300 yards total offense. That's a testament to how good Madison's defense has been to slow them down.
2nd and 1, West Central at the Madison 37. They'll play it tight. Madison back to pass, deep left side. Bustle, no, incomplete at the 8-yard line. Bustle laid out for it. Pass incomplete, overshot him. You can take a chance like that. 2nd and 1.
You can. Again, just a little surprised. You're okay with the pass selection? Yeah, you know.
Again, the man was open. Madison just overthrew him.
You and Marcus have both changed you've persuaded my opinion. You do it so often.
3rd and 1 at the 37, a minute and a half up the middle. 1st down, West Central at the 35. Cole Terrell on the carry. A minute 34 left. West Central 35 yards away from the end zone. I mean, you got to know a Vetras on the kick if you get close enough. I assume if you get within the 10, you may try a 30-yard field goal. 1st and 10 at the 34. West Central, 3 men in the backfield. Madison will keep it himself. He'll run a gain of 7 to the 27. A flag on the play.
Oh.
So pending flag here, could be a positive play, but it'll be holding on West Central, a huge call.
Coach Kent Mueller is beside himself running after the ref. I don't know if it was to call the timeout or if he just couldn't believe there was a holding.
6th penalty on the night for West Central. 6 penalties for 37 yards. Madison, they have 7 penalties for 40 yards, so no shortage of penalties here tonight. A Baker's dozen total. So a gain of 7 turns into a loss. So it is a minute 18 left, 21-21 tie. They'll spot the ball at the 41. It'll be 2nd and 17 at the 41.
1st and 17 because they had that first down.
It was 2nd and 1 on the run, yeah. Madsen sets up the screen. Left side of Johansson makes a man miss. Gain or loss of 1 on the play. Curry on the tackle. Less than a minute left and counting. We may be playing for overtime. It'll be 2nd and 18 from the 42. Only
just
2 or 3 plays left.
Nice open field tackle there by Curry. If he gets by there, you need to hurry up a little bit here. 40 seconds left. West Central has all 3 timeouts. They're a ways away from scoring here.
2nd and 17. Bustle in motion. 2 men out wide right. Madsen, he'll roll out right. Madsen will keep it at the 40. Down at the 39. It was a gain of 3. West Central with 25 seconds left. They use 1 of their 3 remaining timeouts. It'll be 3rd and 15. West Central, they have 2 opportunities here. It should be 4-down territory with only 25 seconds left.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. You need to get some good yards here on 3rd down.
Get half.
West Central is bogging down now on offense.
The penalty didn't help. The penalty was
it absolutely didn't. But just seeing it, there's not nearly as much of a sense of urgency. I almost wonder if they are trying to play for overtime rather than make a critical mistake.
It'll be a 3rd and 15 here for West Central at the Madison 39. Game tied at 21. 25 seconds left. As good of a title game as you could have asked for. They've been playing games here in Vermilion for the state title for 32 years. There haven't been many better than this. Again, I say it's a 4-down territory here because there's only 25 seconds left. You have 2 timeouts. It's 3rd and 15 at the Madison 39. So I'm okay with a run here. Call the timeout. Sets up 4th and whatever.
How impressive?
Less than 20 seconds.
How impressive are you, though, with this Madison defense for standing up? Here late in the 4th quarter, West Central's dominated.
They'll pitch it. They'll do a double pass. Hanisch, deep left side. Cody Bustle, end zone. Touchdown, West Central. 27-21 with 19 seconds left. We've seen it 3 times tonight. James Hanisch, a 40-plus yard touchdown.
And pandemonium here in the dome. You fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times, you're a fool. Oh, man, what a touchdown. What a pass by Hanisch. Bustle, what a catch. Words can't describe how good of a play that was.
39-yard touchdown pass. Kick is up and good. 19 seconds left. West Central 28. Madison 21. Jace Hanisch, 2 touchdown passes as the receiver here tonight to Cody Bustle.
You know what? This has just been outstanding by him. He has been the difference in this game. You could give it to Bustle. It's just been absolutely tremendous. What a touchdown! Did you expect a trick play like that?
No. Very incredible play calling here by Jim Utek and his offense. They've outscored Madison here in the second half, 14-0. West Central not out of it yet. 19 seconds left. They're up by 7. Madison 19 seconds to go. They need a touchdown to tie the extra. For the extra points to tie.
We know Madison's got an explosive offense and 2 timeouts. Hey, anything can happen here. If I'm West Central here, I almost try and either pooch kick it or squib kick it. Do not get it there.
Noah Matson, he'll kick it at the 40. He'll kick it deep left side, looking for Rush Millen. This will be at the 10. He'll take it instead of going out of bounds to the 20, up to the 25-30. West Central's got a tackle. Dan Skinner on the tackle, a gain of 35. It would have been better for Millen to possibly let that ball go out of bounds, save 7 seconds. It didn't gain any yards on the play. 2 plays here for Madison. Timeout on the field.
You know what? It's simple here. Play prevent. I know prevent.
You have 2 plays. Don't let anybody get behind you.
Yeah, absolutely not. That front 4 has gotten a lot of pressure. It's forced Giles out of the pocket much of the night. Just make sure you have someone deep. What a thrilling game.
Are you having fun?
I'd say the same to you.
I'm having a good time. West Central leads by 7. Potential game-winning touchdown. A 39-yarder. Hanisch to Bustle, their second connection of the night. Can you go onto the field during the
just listening to this stadium.
First roar. They're going to go crazy.
Absolutely amazing.
1st and 10 at the 35. They have 65 yards to go. 12 seconds left. 4 receivers set, 2 on each side. John Blue. Offsides on West Central. If the call, John Blue says no. False start Madison. Again for what? The 6th time tonight. A false start here on Madison.
Okay, it could be the nerves of the situation here. You at first time here at state. You had the championship in your grasp. You played so well in the first half, but this second half has belonged to the Trojan defense. They have stopped everything that Madison has tried to do. They've withstood the pressure.
You have Swartzwell at the 45. He's the deepest man for West Central. Timeout, West Central. Kent Mueller getting the troops together. Good timeout. No timeouts here for West Central. Madison, it's very simple. They have 2 plays to go 70 yards. They have timeouts so they can throw it anywhere on the field. 2 timeouts remaining. the team is capable of going 70 yards in 2 plays.
Yeah, we've certainly
seen it
that.
this game already.
Yep. That's why if you're West Central, maybe you rush just 2 or 3 guys, and you have multiple guys back at different levels. So if you try a dump off to Millen, he isn't going to get anywhere.
You got to be.
Giles 12 of 20 for 234 yards. It has been 3 for his last 10, and that includes the 1 interception. Critical incompletions and bad play when you don't need it.
3 receivers left, 1 right. Press coverage by West Central. They'll run the ball to Millen. If you want to talk about play calls, that makes 0 sense. A gain of 1. They use their second timeout. There's 8 seconds left. I have no idea what the heck that was.
Trying to catch him off guard there. Hopefully Millen can sprint and get 10 yards, 20, 30. But that makes absolutely 0 sense. I agree with you, but I'm trying to play devil's advocate here.
I mean, you have a man, Giles to Nordling, the connection of all time here for Madison. Make it happen.
And Millen hasn't done anything all second half. So why you would try and go that way, I do not know.
Coach Mueller coaching his defense up here. 2nd and 9. Madison at their own 31.
There's still 2 plays left in the game here because Madison has 1 timeout. They don't need to go for it all right here.
3 receivers left, 1 to the right. West Central playing up on their man. Giles in the shotgun, Millen behind him. False start, number 5, Mason Hemmer, moving back 5 yards. 9th penalty of the night. Just inexcusable.
Oh, yeah.
We've talked all game long, the inexperience at a game this dramatic, at a game that means this much. Madison, penalty-wise, has been terrible tonight.
Again, I think it just goes with the fact that this is their first ever trip to the Dome.
I mean, there's no reason here to go offside.
There is none. It just speaks to the nerves and inexperience, I think.
So it'll be 2nd and 14, down and distance here, irrelevant. At their own 26, 8 seconds left, 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Giles looking off to his left, going deep down the middle, has Hemmer. This one nearly intercepted off of the chest of Cole Becker. There are 3 seconds left. Should have been caught by Becker.
That should have been the game right there. You will hope and pray that does not come back to cost West Central in that one.
This will be pending penalty, your final play of the 11A football season. West Central students into it. Timeout Madison. They can use it. 3 seconds left. Doesn't take a genius to figure it out. Got to go deep. Obviously, you can't reach the end zone from 80 yards away. If you're West Central, look for a pass in the middle of the field. Look for laterals from then on out.
Exactly. The hook and ladder, I think, is exactly what they're going to look for here.
And if somebody gets past you, grab a jersey.
Absolutely. They are not going to. You're going to play pretty much everyone back, maybe rush 3. Boy, has this been...
It's been a good game.
Else. What a game.
As good as the game was last Saturday at Hot Springs, as close of a finish as the game against Madison the first time was, this, if you're watching at home or listening to us, one of the best football games at any level that you could ever hope, with so much at stake.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
4 receivers set for Madison. Final play of the game, 3 seconds. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Giles, he's looking, going deep left side's got a man, incomplete. And for the 12th time in 21 years, the West Central Trojans are the kings of 11A.
And they storm midfield there, and just an absolutely never say never.
You see Cole Terrell and his dad, Wade Terrell, here at the 50, hugging his last ever game. Got Noah Matson hugging Terrell.
And Noah Matson, too, for coming back the way he did off that broken collarbone. An amazing job by him tonight.
An all-around team effort. This is
a complete collective team effort. You are absolutely right. The defense was the catalyst, though, in the second half, and West Central is your state 11A champions. Who would have ever thought the game would have gone like it did tonight?
28-21, the West Central Trojans They finished the season 10-2. They are your 11A state title holders for the first time since 2007. They are the best team in 11A. Madison, a heck of a season, 11-1. Nobody could really touch them. They lost. They beat T by 3 points. They beat West Central by 3 points, but they couldn't beat West Central a second time.
No. And again, you can look back at that loss to Madison and the loss to Canton back to back there. That really changed the entire complexion of this season for West Central. They got back to the ground and pound. It was an amazing job by them. They switched up things on defense. You switch up a little bit on the offensive line. They were absolutely phenomenal and never gave up in this game when it looked bleak, when they were down 21-7. To score the final 21 points in this game is a testament not only to Coach Kent Mueller and his staff, but this team for always believing and never giving up.
West Central huddling here at the 20, as they usually do after the game, getting a nice round of applause. And Kent Mueller going through the line here, shaking the hands of the Madison players. But, I don't think enough can be made of the second half defense that West Central played. Madison scored 21 points in the first half. Madison had a couple opportunities there where West Central, credit to them, they stopped them. But Madison definitely had a couple opportunities to go ahead in this game by 2 scores. But Jacob Giles, Rush Millen, Preston Nordling, the big three for Madison. Millen didn't do much, and Nordling pretty much depended on Giles getting him the ball.
Yeah, he was.
Giles couldn't get it done in the second half.
Yeah, Nordling was definitely held in check for much of the second half. It was very, very good.
And we'll bring in Marcus Traxler here for his thoughts. I'm sure he's happy he made the trek down to Vermilion.
Yeah, very good
See
game.
this one in person.
Just talking with somebody up here in the press box. Madison, they didn't call the plays the same way in the second half.
They ran the ball too much.
And they didn't work the middle of the field at all, really. I didn't think they used Nordling in maybe the best manner in the second half, considering how many times he touched the ball in the first half. And, I didn't expect Giles to go cold, Millen to sort of get shut down. Very interesting to the end of the game. And West Central looked like a team that knew how to win, and Madison, frankly, did not.
You look at that interception by Giles.
Yep.
That was really the last hope for Madison. Happened near midfield. It was a bad pass. It should have either went down on the sack or thrown it away.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for Madison. And in such a tight game, you have one mistake that's going to haunt Madison for the next 10, 11 months.
For the next 365 days until they have a chance to get back here again.
Yep, and you look at this team, they have a fair amount of seniors. This was kind of a team that was sort of loading up for this. Millen's a senior, Giles is a senior, and Norling's a senior, so who knows what type of team Madison will have next year. I think the main part was, it had been a little bit of a drought for West Central, but they looked like a team that knew what they were doing. Their coaches knew what they were doing at the end, and you can count the titles on 2 hands for West Central in the last 20 years, and boy, did they look good down the stretch.
I've seen a lot of these.
What about the going to the double pass again? The play,
unbelievable.
The play that broke the back in the first half, got you back in the game, and you go to that one again.
We'll kind of keep track here, see who the players of the game are. Outstanding back of the game as Kent Mueller accepts the state title trophy here at midfield for the 12th time. This is his 10th year as head coach. And he gives the trophy there to the team. They're going nuts. Every year, Kent Mueller says he puts the responsibility to get here and to win this game on the back of the seniors. You look at, you mentioned the seniors for Madison, but you look at the Terrells, the Millers, the Noah Matsons. Yep. a tremendous group. John Blue, he was all over the field. A guy like John
Blue played really well tonight. I was really impressed with him. Jace Hanish.
He's only a junior. He'll probably be your quarterback next year.
Yeah. Here's your Joe Robbie MVP coming. I've been informed it was a tie.
I would assume Jace Hanish, Cody Bussell.
I would.
Cole Terrell's in the mix as well.
Right.
The Joe Robbie MVP award. 2 catches for 59 yards and 2 touchdowns. Cody Bussell, one of the winners of the Joe Robbie MVP award. Cody Bussell, an outstanding game, had a few good runs, but in the passing game, 2 huge catches, 2 of them for touchdowns.
Yeah, and really, you could have given it to Hanisch as well because he threw those passes. Incredible finish to this game.
We'll see it. Cody Bussell, he gets it by himself, it looks like. Outstanding lineman and outstanding back. As we bring Nathan Stacken back in.
I don't think you could go wrong.
John Blue, get a clue. A most outstanding lineman, without a doubt.
No argument there.
All season
Great
long.
job. Yep, it was fantastic in this one. Made a ton of tackles. Just going back to the Bussell pick there for the Joe Robbie player. That's the right. You could either have picked him or Hanisch.
Yep. Outstanding back of the game, Cody Bussell, who is your Joe Robbie MVP and your outstanding back of the game. So the awards have been given out here at West Central. They'll get the cameras out, take a few pictures, get a few interviews. We'll go over some final stats. Here first for the winners tonight, 28-21 West Central. You have Cole Terrell. He had 13 carries for 90 yards. He's your leading rusher on the year for West Central with, I believe, just over 1,000 yards. So Cole Terrell, very difficult in an offense like this to get over 1,000 yards. He had 90 tonight. Very good total for him. Cody Bussell, 15 carries, 63 yards. Those 2 receiving touchdowns, 2 catches for 59 yards. Bussell's kind of, he was neck and neck with Terrell all season long, being the top running back. Great performance.
Oh, I mean, who would have ever thought that a team that is as dominant in the ground game as West Central is would win the state championship on a pass, and on a trick play pass, no less, that they had run twice before. And it was a critical third down there, 3rd and 15, was it 3rd and 15? Yeah, it's just unbelievable. There are so many amazing things you could say about this game, but the turning point in the season, I think, was that 2-game losing streak capped off by the 23-0 loss to Canton. That motivated this team, made them want to get better. They made the right adjustments, and to cap it off in a game like this, you saw 2 blowouts earlier in the day. If you thought this one was going to be, it's just an amazing, magical run for West Central.
We had high hopes. We said at the end of the Madison game, look for these 2 teams to be at this dome on this date playing this game. And we were hoping for that. West Central had a very tightly contested game Saturday at Hot Springs. The long bus ride there, the long bus ride back. You want to see, how well rested are they? Madison, they were at home the entire playoffs, blew everybody out. Favorites win these games here in South Dakota. Favorites win these state title games. But West Central, they've not been the underdog in this situation very often, as is evidenced by the 12 state titles in 21 years. But tonight they were the underdog, and Madison just could not make the plays at the end, and West Central did.
It's not because some of these players, they have not been to the state championship before for West Central, but it is a testament to Coach Kent Mueller and that coaching staff that he has. They've been there before. So they knew how to prep their guys for this. This was Madison's first ever trip to the Dome. I think that really plays a lot in this. You saw just silly mistakes, the false starts. It was just by Madison. The number of penalties, it was just jitters all over. Then a critical mistake by Giles late in the game with that interception. It just did not work out, but that West Central defense was something else in the second half. And what else can you say about this team? Amazing.
We have Marcus Traxler down on the field hoping to get a few interviews with maybe a player or Kent Mueller, West Central head coach. So we'll stick around here for a little bit. We want to hear what he has to say. We appreciate him all season long, giving us a few minutes there on the field while they warm up. We, ask him a few questions. A lot of coaches may or may not want to do that, but
I think he realizes the benefits, though, that this gives him for the exposure, and you're seeing that through the coverage in the Argus Leader and across the state. People respect this team, and he knows that the way to do that is by giving up a little bit of his time, trying to give some insight on this program. It's a program rich with history and tradition, as you are definitely well aware of. Having been a graduate here at this high school, so I know this championship holds a little more special meaning to you.
It's a good one. Go through some of the final stats here. West Central defeats Madison in the 11A title game 28-21. Your deciding play was a Jace Hanisch 39-yard touchdown to Cody Bussell with 19 seconds left. It was the first time West Central had led Madison all season long. They played two very close games, and West Central, they lead for all of 19 seconds.
Yeah, it was
amazing how that works.
Yes.
And it was the most important 19 seconds of the year.
Exactly right. Exactly right.
The time of possession, which West Central dominated in the first half, it was kind of a turn there in the second half. Madison controlled the ball,
and I think that
for
was
a lot of the second half.
And I think that was by design. With a 7-point lead, Madison wanted to keep West Central off the field, feeling that they had a little bit of the momentum there going into halftime after those last couple of drives. So this is definitely big. As you see the students now storming the field after the team photo here for West Central. That truly was the big. You look at the time of possession Madison had in the second half, but they went away from their identity, I think.
Jacob Giles, your senior quarterback, his final game here for Madison ends in disappointment. He was 12 of 22, one touchdown, one interception for 234 yards. And much like everything offensive related for Madison, struggled in that second half. Rush Millen, 20 carries for only 58 yards, one touchdown, and he had a long as 17. You take that out, he had 19 carries for only 35 yards.
Yeah,
which is tremendous defense.
Yep, he ran for over 100 yards in Madison against this West Central team. They absolutely had no answer for him. You thought with that maybe that 63-yard touchdown catch that he had, maybe he was going to have that sort of day, but on the ground, West Central knew they had to stop him and work on defending the pass. And Jacob Giles started out 9 of 10, finished 3 of 12. A huge testament to that West Central secondary, which was the key to the game.
You said in the pregame they have to step up. They have to keep on their man. That was the big difference in the first game.
And they didn't in the first half. Giles had all sorts of time. He made some very crisp throws. He was very good. But in the second half, boy, West Central buttoned up that defense. That was an absolutely incredible job.
Preston Nordling, over 1,000 receiving yards on the year, had a pretty good game. No touchdowns, but he had 7 catches for 115 yards, along of 39. And Rush Millen had 2 catches for 89 yards. One of those being that 63-yard touchdown.
The other one coming on a trick punt too late in the game that we thought maybe would toss West Central after that offsides. And Nordling only had 26 yards receiving in the second half. 89 yards in the first half, 26 in the second half. Great job by West Central. You can't say it enough.
Tackles for Madison. Mason Hemmer led the way with 9. He had 4 unassisted. You had Johnny Monroe and Taylor Curry. They had 5 unassisted each. Curry with 8 total tackles, Monroe with 7. For West Central, Braden Swoutswort, 6 unassisted tackles, 12 total. He's led the team in tackles all season long. Came into this game with 61. Finishes the season with 73. Justin Bolt, 10 tackles for the linebacker, 1.5 sacks. And John Blue, your offensive/defensive lineman of the game, 8 tackles, including a sack pretty late in the crowd. They love the king.
And Braden made shoestring tackle, made open field tackles, incredible, limiting Madison in the open field from gaining more yards. But you look at Justin Bull's stats too, 10 tackles, 1.5 sacks. He provided plenty of pressure tonight. And let's give the defensive line more credit, not just in the stopping the run, but in the passing game too. They got a pass rush on Madison. They forced Giles out of the pocket. He was able to escape most of the time, but when they needed a big stop, the sack, West Central got it.
Receiving, Jace Hanish had 3 catches for 20 yards. He had he dropped one early on, but since that early drop, he caught him, had to dive for a couple, but he didn't bring them into his body. He caught them with his hands.
You know what? He used his hands, too, on those touchdown passes, too. He was my Joe Robbie player of the game. I thought that you just don't make those types of throws. And plus, given that he started for a few games this year for him with Noah Madison out, had a ton of confidence in him. And the highly conservative West Central team to pull out as many trick plays as they did, simply amazing.
Something interesting, Coach Mueller talked all season long about the depth of his team. And I don't know if too many teams could have done the plays they did tonight if your backup quarterback is also your starting tight end. Tremendous depth there, so you can have a guy out wide right in West Central. The majority of their plays tonight had Hanish out at the receiver position, out wide right or wide left. You can't do that with a lot of guys. Put them out there and expect them to be efficient throwing the ball.
Not only the depth, but the versatility of these guys. To be able to make the plays they do on both sides of the ball, but for Hanish too, quarterback, wide receiver, making the catches. He made an incredible behind-the-back catch. I thought that, just really signified how in the zone he was in this second half.
Some final stats here for West Central. Noah Madsen, 7 of 17. A season-high 17 attempts for only 36 yards, a long of 8. But to Jace Hanish, 2 of 3, 59 yards and 2 touchdowns. 39-yarder in the first half to Cody Bussell. Another one in the second half to Bussell to win the ball game. We're awaiting Marcus Traxler down on the field. Hopefully get us a few interviews from a player and a coach. We'll take our final break of the season, come back, and wrap up this season. West Central, 10-2, the best team in 11A, the state title winners, the 12th state title in school history. And we appreciate all listeners all season long. Travis Kriens and Nathan Stacken here on SiouxEmpireSports.com. For the final time tonight, Travis Kriens and Nathan Stacken back here in the Dakota Dome in Vermillion. A dramatic contest, 28-21, West Central over Madison. Game-winning touchdown came with 19 seconds left. It was a 39-yard touchdown pass from tight end Jace Hanish to running back Cody Bussell. A tremendous performance by the West Central defense. A tremendous game for offensive coordinator Jim Utek coming up with these plays. As diverse of a playbook offensively as you'll ever see West Central have. And this was their 14th trip. They've won 12 times. Madison, this was their first time, and at points in the game it looked like it.
Yeah, it certainly did. Again, the mistakes and inexperience from Madison, I think, cost them in this game. But just you're at the Dakota Dome this weekend. There are 3 championship games today, 3 tomorrow. USD SDSU on Saturday, and
Lincoln Roosevelt the nightcap Saturday.
On Saturday night. You're going to be hard pressed to find a game with as much as excitement and as close a finish and an ending like you saw tonight. It's just what a way to cap off the year for West Central.
Yeah,
just
we've been
amazing ride.
We've been watching football for years, and this is one of the best I've seen, at least in person, and just not for high school, but for any football game at any level. And, it just so happened to be the last game of the year for the championship.
Penalties aside, this game was a really clean game. Very crisp. You had the 1 turnover only for Madison. So I really think you just have to take it all in, soak it all in, and think what an amazing year it was for West Central. And a great year for Madison, too. They were, you thought maybe it was Del Rapids that was going to be the number 2 team. Then Madison came in. They beat them week 2. Kind of established themselves as the one of the top 2 teams in Class 11A. They beat West Central. They were the top dog for almost 2 months. And then when push came to shove tonight, the West Central Trojans, led by experienced Coach Mueller, and their playmakers. They have playmakers all across the board. They're going to miss a lot of them as they leave, but they leave as champions tonight.
66 plays for West Central, 346 yards. They did not get that 300 yards rushing like they have the past 5 games. In fact, over 370 yards rushing, at least the past 5 games.
But you knew Madison was going to have a good defense throughout this game, and that yards were going to be tough to come by. And West Central was able to establish themselves late in that first half and throughout the second half.
West Central, 46 carries for 251 yards. For Madison, they ran the ball 34 times, only 107 yards. They had 56 total plays for 41 yards. So West Central ran 10 more plays, gained 5 more yards, scored 7 more points. As we wrap it up here,
they were great.
Initial thoughts on the season. I've seen plenty of West Central games. This was your first crack at it. They like to run the ball. They like to win state championships. As good of a game as you could expect tonight. But your initial thoughts here, a season of West Central football.
I'm very impressed with this program. Their confidence, their execution, their commitment to winning. A fantastic coaching staff. Kent Mueller is one of the best in the business, folks. West Central is great. I'm going to give you my 3 stars of the game right now. Number 1, I'm going to give it to the collective defensive unit, because if it wasn't for their play in the second half, that final play wouldn't have happened. Down there. The West Central would not be celebrating the championship right now, which is why, too, I'm going to give it to Cody Bussell for his 2 touchdown catches. He played absolutely outstanding. He had He was 15 carries, 63 yards. He had 2 catches, 59 yards, both of them touchdowns. He was fantastic. And the number 1 star, it's tough because you give it to the entire team. I could give it to Blue.
Swartz route, whoever you want.
Give it to. I'm going to give it to Hanisch, though. Not only for kind of weathering the storm with when he started at quarterback when Madison was injured, but that takes such guts to make those play calls, and that touchdown pass was right on the money to Bussell. He made several great catches in this game. I have to give it to Jace Hanisch.
We've seen what going to the second-string quarterback can do. We were at the T game when Taylor Roman went down. They go to the backup. They were never the same team.
Shell-shocked.
With Taylor Roman, they played Madison as close as anybody this year. They lost by 3.
You could even say that West Central was shell-shocked when in that game against Canton when Hanisch made his first start. And after that, they said, we're buying into this. We know what we are all about. We're a ground and pound team. They made adjustments, and you couldn't ask for a better outcome tonight.
Very good, sir. Very
fun
doing this. Very season long.
Very fun, Travis. Thanks.
Start in a hot press box in late August. We end in a hot Dakota Dome in the middle of November. A very exciting season that sees the West Central Trojans win their 12th state football title, the most of any school in the state of South Dakota. For Marcus Traxler, for Nathan Stacken, I'm Travis Kriens. Any final thoughts?
I was just going to say we need to definitely extend a big thank you to Marcus Traxler tonight. Yep. He was awesome, helping be our spotter, giving us numbers, helping us provide stats. That was great. We thank him.
And we thank the listeners out there. Obviously, game on TV tonight, so we'll see how many people listen. But
listen to the replay. Tell your friends about it, because the game-winning touchdown call, something to behold.
Last week in Hot Springs, obviously 300-plus miles away. Not a lot of people from Hartford area able to get out there. So had a ton of listeners last week. We really appreciate that. So for the final time this evening, 28-21, the West Central Trojans defeat the Madison Bulldogs. And West Central, for the 12th time, can call themselves the state champs in 11A. And you heard that game and all West Central games all season long right here on SiouxEmpireSports.com.
Thanks to Marcus Traxler, we got some on-field interviews with head coach Kent Mueller and some of the players of West Central. We'll start with head coach Kent Mueller and his thoughts after the 12th state title in West Central history.
Deep, and Madison forced us to dig deep, and I think we did too. Obviously, I think the second half we got them out of their comfort level, especially offensively. Their defense was on the field a lot, and there's some big bodies out there bumping on each other. It just wears on kids. So I think our depth at the end of the day did make a difference.
Now talk about what Jason did for you on that halfback option. There are a lot of guys that you don't have a guy that has played quarterback that can do that. That's a huge weapon for you.
So everybody's questioning why we bring Noah back, even though he's cleared, and move Jace to that split end. Well, first of all, it took Al Voigt could play strictly strong safety. Al's 165, and that's soaking wet. Jace is 190. So we get a little bit more meat up front for blocking purposes. The fact that Jay spent 4 games at quarterback, I think people can understand what a fine job he did. So now the versatility that gives us. And here's what I'm really excited about. Typically at West Central, if you're young and you're on the field, it's on defense. This year I started 11 seniors on defense. We had 3 juniors and a sophomore starting on offense. So I'm sure Coach Utek is ready to make hay with that group again next year because we got some good kids coming up.
Yeah, I know your defense made some huge plays. I thought John Bruce, especially in that second half, he was big time for you guys.
Well, John, I said the other day, I think John is just finally actually coming into his own and actually realizing what he was capable of doing. I think it started about the T game in the regular season, and he hasn't looked back since. He's a phenomenal talent. This is a kid that didn't play high school football till he was a freshman. Didn't play a lick, and so you got to give him credit for hanging in there and developing like he did.
Coach, congratulations on the win. Enjoyed it. It's a heck of a way this is a classic. This is what people are going to remember.
Well, it looked like a championship game should look, it's great. I'm getting in the car tomorrow morning at 4. I'm going to Minneapolis to watch my nephew play in the semis in the Minnesota State playoffs. So family's not done with football yet.
Thanks, Coach.
You bet.
Is it any sweeter beating Madison, after they beat you the first
Well,
time?
and I'm going to be real honest with you. Obviously, it's a huge rivalry. Obviously, they were the heavy favorite coming in. But, we've really tried to emphasize that when we take the field, we try to say it's not about our opponent. This is about us, and we were striving for that perfect game. And sometimes you get closer than others, but Madison was a great opponent to have. But I wouldn't say that it made it any special, more or less. Class act, class team. Great game.
You had the 2 blips in the middle of the season, and then you guys looked like you found another form.
Well, we were talking about that earlier. I guess everybody thinks I know something, so everybody wants to talk to me. But honestly, after those 2 losses, we had some injuries. Canton took us to the woodshed.
Sure.
And so I told someone, I said, at that point, you got 3 fundamental decisions you got to make. You can just quit, throw up your hands and just quit. You can start blaming everybody else, or you can look in the mirror, take a hard look in the mirror and decide what you're going to do about it. And this group was willing to do that. We made some personnel changes, and it all ended up with this.
Joe Robbie, MVP of the game, running back Cody Bussell.
And you go back and forth. Both teams are punting. You're getting tired out there. You're drained. And you just got to stay with it. And that throw at the end, all the credit goes to Jace on that, and Coach Utek for calling the play. We put that play in this week, and it was amazing. It's undescribable.
I was gonna say, Jace, 2 halfback passes tonight.
Yeah.
Were you a little surprised to see him call 2 tonight?
Well, we put him in. Well, actually, the first one that I scored on down there during the first half, T actually ran that against us, so we got a pretty good look at that, and we put it in. But we got confidence in Jace. He played while Noah was hurt this year. He's a great quarterback himself. So we have confidence in him and just gave it to him and made a play.
Okay. I guess what can you say about getting a little redemption after that midseason loss?
Not so much redemption. I mean, it was good to beat him again, but we wanted to come in and be humble about it and win. I mean, but it was a good win. I'm glad we beat him.
Down 21-7 at halftime. I guess what's kind of being thought or said? What's thought?
All the coaches get the credit on that one. I mean, they made great adjustments. We switched some stuff on offense. I mean, then they pretty much told us, do you want this or not? Do you want to be state champs or don't you want to be? So we came out second half, played hard, and got it done.
Shut out Madison second half. I guess what can you say about the defensive end?
Coach Mueller, it's our defensive coordinator. Runs all the stuff. It's all him.
And then MVP honors for state championship. Not too bad.
It's amazing. Never thought this would happen.
Right on. Sounds good. Thanks, man.
Yep,
Appreciate it.
thank you.
As far as with the defense in the second half, it looked like you guys found another gear to a certain degree. What's that like for you guys?
Well, it's a great feeling. It's a great feeling, honestly, when you get that feeling. You know what I mean? Well, we've been working hard all season. We were in pretty good shape as a team as a whole. So in the second half, we just got that second win and we ran with it. We just got the second win.
It's been a while since you guys have won a title, but you guys look like a team that was ready to win a championship. Like, it looked like you guys had been here before, even though it's been a while.
Right.
What went into that, or is it preparation, or is it just a matter of believing in yourselves when it counts?
Well, 2 years ago, some of the seniors here played in that state championship game against Dells, and I mean, they got in. That's some experience there. But credit to the coaches. I mean, the coaches have been here countless times. They get us ready for every game. They got us ready this week, and we got it done.
As far as you kind of mentioned it, Justin, but having the two trick plays, so to speak, and the one to finally win the game and to be a part of that, what's that mean to you? I mean, that's probably something you'll remember forever.
Oh yeah, it was a great memory. I can't explain that feeling when the ball came into my hands and Russ said touchdown. It was the craziest thing.
Were you kind of surprised that you were open again?
Well, Rush is a great player, but I thought I could. I mean, he's a great player, but I thought I could get him off the line just a little bit. I felt I had a step the first time, but I missed it. So the second time coming back, I thought I was going to run that same thing, just a little step one inside, and I just ran.
West Central leading rusher on the year, senior Cole Terrell.
It's a miracle. I'm so happy right now. I've always wanted one. I was always on the sideline when we got one. Now I'm here finally won one of my own. It's special. It's just mine now, and I can say I got one.
And this is a school that knows how to win. Even though you guys hadn't won one in a few years, you look like a team that almost like you guys had won it before and you knew where to be. And what's that mean to you guys to just have all that preparation pay off?
Well, that's the coaches being able to prepare us. They've been in 11 or 15 state championships now. They know how to act in here. They know what to do. They know when stuff gets tough. They know what to do to make you feel better. Know that you got just a little harder, 1 inch more. That's all you gotta do. And that's all the coaches and how they teach us and coach us.
What was the difference coming into the second half and you guys were down 7? It looked like you found another gear as a team.
We were ready. Our coaches got us ready during half. We knew we had to get out there. We knew we were in this game. We were never out of this game. We knew that. And we knew we could just get out there, get going, and it could be ours.
And defensively, you guys got the stops that you didn't really get in the first half. What was the difference, aside from wanting it more?
Just that's it though. It's running it more than the other team. Sure. It's not saying Madison didn't want it more than us. It's just we fought through that and wanted it even probably more than they did, just because we haven't had one for a while.
Sure. Is it any sweeter beating Madison after you guys have lost to them earlier in the year? It is.
Yes, it is.
Coach Mueller wouldn't admit that.
No, it is sweeter. I know we probably shouldn't say that, but it's special just because you're in the dome. You lost him earlier in the season, and you knew you had to get it one more time. And you played him once. You know what they're like. Mm-hmm. So just know that you got that. Is that what's so special?
I remember asking you about how perfect West Central could play. How close to perfect were you guys tonight?
Still not there.
Sure.
We could have even done more. We had a few missed blocks, a few missed tackles, and that's what it is. I know we played a good game, but not perfect. Not what our coaches want us to. We're not playing an opponent out there. We're playing ourselves. You play yourselves, you play the best game of your ability, and you will at least get a chance to win that game. And that's what happened here. Is we played to what we expected, and we still didn't meet that goal.
Split end and backup quarterback Jace Hanish with his 2 touchdown passes on the night.
Give me the feeling when you let go of the ball and it finds the right hands at the end of the game.
It seemed like the play took forever, but luckily it fell into Bustle's hands.
And as running a play like that twice and having it work both times, I guess that's kind of a rarity, really.
Yeah, we just put it in practice this week, actually. Luckily it worked.
Sure. How much of that is luck, and how much of that is skill?
I don't know. I'll go with the luck.
What's it mean, given that this school has quite a pedigree in winning championships, what's it mean to etch your name amongst all those teams that have done it before?
It means everything. It took a while to get us back, but we're finally back here, and hopefully next year we will be too.
Did you guys become a different team after having the 2 losses in the middle of the season, or what sort of changed for you guys?
Canton and Madison, it was kind of a wake-up call. We switched a few people around on the line, worked really hard in practice, and it paid off.
As far as having that offense sort of come together when you really needed it to in the second half, what was the difference for you guys?
We just outlasted them. We worked hard, worked really hard in the off season. In fourth quarter, we gained a foot.
Sure. And as far as playing Madison and beating them after they had knocked you off earlier in the year, does that make winning this any sweeter?
A lot sweeter. It's good to get revenge on the last one.
Sure. Congratulations.
The outstanding lineman for the 11A title game, West Central Trojan senior John Blue.
In the state title, and it looked like the defense sort of took over there in the second half. What was the difference for you guys to sort of step it up and keep them off the board?
More or less, it just kind of sank in that it's the last game and you got to leave it all on the field. So I think every one of our defensive players kind of just more or less stepped up. We didn't change much as far as alignment or assignments. It was just doing our job better.
You guys had the 2 losses in the middle of the year, one of them to these guys. What did you guys sort of rebuild yourselves after that point, or what changed for you guys to sort of get on this run and turn into a state champ?
Yeah, I think those 2 losses have a big role in that, because playing with Madison, playing such a close game with them, and not being able to come back at the end, it really hurt. And we all took that to heart. And then next week playing Canton, I mean, they're a great team. Canton, big, physical, and both great teams. It set in the fact that this is our last year, and that if we don't step it up, we're gonna live life with regret. And so I think more or less those 2 losses have a lot to do with how this game ended up.
This was a crazy game. Fake punts, trick plays. Honestly, a trick play that wins the game. What ran through your mind when Cody hauled that ball in?
I couldn't believe it. It was remarkable. It was a crazy catch. Total respect to Cody Bustle. I mean, talk about an impact. Joe Robbie and offensive back. It was he had a remarkable game, and I think we owe this game a lot to him. And for him being a junior, stepping up and helping out our senior class hang a banner, I mean, that means a lot. I have total respect for Cody for that.
You guys haven't won a title in a while, but you guys look like a championship team. Like, you knew what to do. You had been here before. What sort of went into the difference of winning a game and pulling away when it counted?
A big thing is we have Coach Mueller and Coach Utek, who have been around for like 11 state championships, and they bring that tradition, even with the teams that didn't make it or didn't come close. I mean, they brought that tradition every year, and every year we had a chance to win. This year we had the personnel to do it, and we had the will to win, and I'm so happy that we were able to bring our championship back for those coaches.
As far as being able to etch your name and history at West Central, what's that mean to you?
Remarkable. Every single class that comes up, every senior class looks to those classes that won that state championship, and they all want to be there with them. And it's remarkable just to be able to say that we're among those ranks now.